And I'm Olivia.
And we're Brains Are Sexy Radio.
And you are listening to 22 West Radio.
We are 22 West Radio. 22 West Radio is 22westmedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and a Cruiserweight Champion.
Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob. Oh my gosh, there's lights!
And this is Beyond the Ropes. Yeah, we got a little bit of an upgrade here.
There's lights!
I'm talking out of the wrong mic, apparently. Not that I said a whole lot, but
No.
I guess this one.
Yeah, that's a
Well, I was talking over here, and this one doesn't have a light.
A great start to the show.
We're off.
We're off. We're off.
Upgrades!
Hey,
yes!
It's the first week. We're getting
It's so cool.
We're getting it together. So one of the benefits, obviously, of having a show on Monday nights is we get to follow along with Raw. And first thing I saw before we got on air was Braun Strowman has laid out a challenge to Seth Rollins. They're both they won the tag team titles for Raw last week, and now Braun is challenging Rollins for the for the Universal Championship at Clash of Champions.
Correct. So, right before we get into that.
Okay. Am I jumping the gun?
A little bit, but no, you gave him a good
All
teaser.
right, well, there you go.
We're going to talk about that right now. This is officially Season 6, Chapter 6, as I called it, on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
You can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, where we post all the videos that Rob films for us, as well as predictions. I've been doing the predictions over summer.
I saw you do the I think I gave a few predictions on Twitter.
Yeah,
I wasn't good
Twitter.
about the predictions.
It's all right. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
And also on YouTube, you can just search up Rob Flores or Rob Flores Media, as well as just search up Beyond the Ropes, and you'll find over 80 episodes uploaded currently on YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitter at RealBTR Radio. We gotta try and start using that a little more. Kind of fell off over the summer, but
It was on summer hiatus.
yeah, true.
It's
but,
all good.
gotta maybe try and live tweet a little more during some shows.
There.
You can also follow me individually at EthanMV95. You can follow Rob at
Rob Flores Media.
and James at.
At JHW Reporter.
Alright, now let's get into the meat of the show, and that is, of course.
I see what you did there.
Explaining
the
what the
meat.
show
I
is?
see what you did there because Braun's a big dude.
That was a coincidence, but I'm
Oh,
glad. I'm
okay.
glad you made it mean something.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm going with that.
As you mentioned, Braun Strowman. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the flow. Braun Strowman obviously did. You said that he made the challenge to Rollins.
I believe. Let me double check. I made it. Well, because it said
Regardless, the
it said
match-
Rollins accepted
Okay.
the challenge. So
All right, so it's official. Braun Strowman will seemingly face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship at Clash of Champions, happening, I'm assuming, in a few weeks. They are currently the Raw Tag Team Champions, which they won last week. So let's see where they go from here. They just kind of threw this feud together over the last couple of weeks.
Right.
Braun Strowman had nothing to do over SummerSlam, and we've got a lot to catch up to do.
yeah, we do.
But that should be a fun match. So let's just quickly talk about maybe a few things that happened over summer that we may have missed. One of the big things, AEW, the new up-and-coming promotion, it is going to be starting on TNT on October the 2nd,
Yeah.
Wednesday nights, I believe 5 p.m. Pacific, or around that time,
Probably
5 or 6.
5. Because that's
And
8 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern time.
I was so excited to get lights.
Yeah. Rob's
Rob's easily amused by the lights.
You're
There's some new
amused.
upgrades here
Oh my
at the
gosh, how
studio.
cool! Oh my gosh, I gotta see this. I gotta see
What is
this.
this? Oh, we
Oh,
got a
how
dimmer.
cool! Oh, how cool! That
lights
is
are on.
awesome.
Rob's easily amused for those who
Oh my
obviously aren't
gosh.
watching because this is a radio
So
show.
cool.
By the lights and the upgrades going on.
Wait, can we even be
You're
seen?
at
Do I
we
have
can't be
that
seen
on
on
there?
West
camera.
Media.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
yeah,
me turn
yeah,
it back
yeah,
on.
Summer.
I just wanted to test that,
All right.
especially since we're a video show.
All right. Where was I saying? Oh, NXT.
Yeah.
Speaking, so WWE's kind of like, well, AEW's kind of coming up. Got some competition now. Let's move NXT to USA Network. Make it 2 hours. Go live on Wednesdays, 5 o'clock.
I
Gonna
heard
be,
Fox is
Wednesday Night War.
embarrassed.
Yeah, they yeah.
Wednesday
I
Night
mean,
War.
and I think they're starting
They're starting
a
September
few
18th.
weeks, yeah, or
So
at
they're
least
gonna
a
have
few
the
days, few
advantage.
weeks.
They're gonna have the advantage.
To try and keep that audience. Well, I mean, they're not keeping an audience because it's Wednesday. But if you're catching NXT on that Wednesday, a week or two ahead of when AEW would be starting up on that Wednesday, you kind of already got NXT on your Wednesday
Your Wednesday night
Your
kind of viewing.
viewing, right? So
Thank goodness for DVR.
you can watch them both.
Yeah.
Or you could do like we used to do back in the old days during the Monday Night Wars and flip between
Flip
both
back.
and avoid commercials, and it'll be interesting to see how they play things out and how one show will try and be on when the other one's on commercial, and when one's on commercial the other one's on.
Or you can just purchase the WWE Network, and NXT will be available the following day. It won't be live. but
Okay.
it'll be
Did they
available
say
on
that they
I
said that?
believe it's supposed to be on demand the following day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not the
makes sense.
same, but if you
No.
want to do that, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with NXT. Obviously, it's going to be different since now it's on a major network.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 hours. It's still going to be live, and as of right now, it's still going to be at Full Sail University, which is a hot crowd.
Yeah.
They are reportedly getting $30 to $50 million for this 2-year deal with USA, and the NXT superstars are getting a pay raise, as they should.
I would hope so.
So that's good for them. AEW is bringing some competition, which means people are getting paid a lot more, and it's good for all the wrestlers.
One thing I did, I forgot who mentioned this, or I'd totally give him credit, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that one advantage that the WWE does have in this whole situation is that, let's say AEW is getting hot and they're doing well in the ratings compared to NXT. They could just send John Cena to NXT and get a boost whenever they want.
They can
Or
bring-
AJ Styles. They could do AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura just to get a ratings boost.
Absolutely, they can
So-
bring anyone from Raw
Yeah.
or SmackDown. NXT is now officially the third brand, even though it's
Right,
kind of been for a
right,
while
right.
technically. But it's now that it's on the network, kind of on level
Mhm.
playing field. You can easily do trades even.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
if
do
wanted
that
to.
if you wanted to, or you could just, like as you mentioned, just bring some guys over, maybe some surprises or promote it.
I
on-
wonder how they address this wild card rule that they have
They've kind of
with Raw and
scaled,
SmackDown.
they've scaled back on it a little bit.
Okay.
Reportedly, once SmackDown goes live on Fridays in October,
Uh-huh.
I think they're gonna try and keep a brand split definite.
Think so?
I-
I would think they
I
would
think-
almost push it a little
I think
more.
Fox wants it separate. Fox does not want any USA guys on their
Oh,
show
I
or
guess that-
any of their guys appearing on USA. It's kind of because it's a different, obviously different network, so they're trying to keep. They want to keep
Right,
things
right.
separate.
Well, because USA Today's not going to promote
they don't want to
someone from SmackDown
on
on USA, and USA is
Vice
not
versa,
going to
yeah.
promote. Yeah. So I mean, I didn't think of that. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it makes sense. So we'll see how it goes. Over the summer, were we here? When they announced the executive directors? I don't remember. For Raw and SmackDown.
Were we here for that?
Yeah, there was no. So
No, that happened like
it did happen.
a month ago.
No, okay.
Are you talking about the?
We were gone.
you talking
Eric
about-
Bischoff?
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah, that was only like a few weeks ago.
Okay. No, it's been a couple months already. But yeah, some big news. Paul Heyman is essentially kind of running the creative on Raw, and Eric Bischoff, who apparently hasn't started yet. is
Still hasn't started yet. I thought he
No.
would have been.
He's trying to familiarize himself with the products
With
still,
it.
apparently. But he's supposed to be running SmackDown. So I mean, Raw, I will say, has gotten better.
See, the Heyman thing is kind of interesting. Obviously, if Brock Lesnar is still going to be on, he's going to be on Raw, which makes
Mhm.
sense why Heyman is on Raw. But
That
at the
could
same
change.
at the same time, when I thought Brock Lesnar was stepping back a little bit before he won the title again, I always kind of figured Heyman would be doing something like that, anyways, because
Mhm.
what does he do when Brock's not there?
Well, apparently he was already helping with certain superstars beforehand.
Yeah.
So I think this was like offered to him at the beginning of the year, but they didn't make it official
Oh.
until when they announced it. But I mean, since Heyman is now kind of running things, there have been a little more, I guess, edgy. I don't know if it's necessarily edgy. I mean, the King of the Ring tournament, which we're going to discuss in a little bit, is back. It's happening right now, as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
I would have wanted Xavier Woods in it.
Oh, he wanted to be in it. He was begging to be on it. But yeah, there have been some changes made, and hopefully, it continues moving forward. Obviously, the one that they really need to keep up with is NXT now that it's rivaling AEW's products. But it should be interesting. Yeah, we're in a peak right now in wrestling.
I would think so.
Another peak period here. So it's really.
You mean as far as like
in terms
a peak
of
time in the year or in the industry?
Because I mean we've got a new promotion in the United States coming up. We've got more talent than ever right now. Everyone's getting signed. Everyone's doing something. It seems like. The indies are probably struggling a little bit.
They'll probably take a hit, especially after they did so well. I mean,
but
when you think about it, a lot of those guys that were on the indies are in AEW.
Are in AEW, or they're getting signed by WWE.
Which I think again opens the door for if that independent scene can have any sort of positive momentum going forward, would only help. Because it's creating opportunities for that next generation who are probably mid card, lower card, independent guys.
Now
they're now moving up, and then they work their way into that NXT AEW mix. So
yeah, and even New Japan.
New Japan as well, who was here on campus
yesterday.
Was it yesterday or the day before?
I think I mentioned. I texted you guys in the group chat, and we never. Anything back. I know. Yeah, I kind of forgot about it.
Started kind of coming.
I know.
I work on the weekends, so.
Yeah, I mean.
Did you get to go?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't know what they were doing.
But I heard. What is it? Thunder Liger and
Jushin
Thunder Liger and TJP. Wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, TJP.
TJP. Yeah. They were. No, it was like a 6-man. You know how they always say six-man tag, all that stuff.
Okay, cool.
Carlos, who was on the Daily 49er, I don't think he's on it this semester, but. He was at the show, and I saw some of his Instagram or Twitter videos, and they came out together, and they were part of it. They were on the same team for a 6-man. So.
Oh, nice. Speaking of promotions coming, well, not to Long Beach necessarily, but to the Staples Center, the first episode of SmackDown on Fridays is going to be at the Staples Center in LA.
I wonder if that's sold out.
I don't know.
It's on a Wednesday.
No, it's going to be on Friday.
Oh, that's right. They're moving to Friday.
Right.
I can't do Friday. Well, it's high school football, but.
Yeah, but
no, but
it should be fun.
That should be fun, and it's gonna be a big show. One, because they're in LA.
Apparently, some legends are already.
Oh, of course. I mean, Austin lives in LA at this point.
He's gonna be at Madison Square Garden show on September 9th for Raw.
What did you think of that? Well, because he's promoting the new show.
Yeah,
more or less.
That too.
But he seems to be in the mix more than.
We gotta promote his new show on USA after Raw.
And it's on USA. Right?
Yeah, it's on the same network. So.
But, I mean, Austin's been a little more involved and I think there was that whole what was it, the homecoming episode or whatever that was, where Austin
Raw reunion.
The Raw reunion that I felt was random because it wasn't.
It was totally a last minute decision made by the network.
It wasn't on a milestone year. It wasn't on an anniversary. It was just, hey, let's just do this and remind people that
they wanted to get some ratings up.
Right.
So, and we could talk a little bit more about that, as well as a character that we've thoroughly enjoyed.
It's had his own segment on this show.
Yeah. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we're going to focus on the new Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
So, right here, this is Beyond the Ropes on 22S Radio.
Well, I kind of like these mics because
that one don't work still, I think.
Well, I was talking into it, so I only said my name, and then I realized, and then you pointed out the lights, and I was like,
yeah,
I hear nothing. I was like,
why can't I listen to beach?
Well, Okay, let me catch up on my Bray Wyatt. What has Bray Wyatt been up to?
Been murdering people.
Has he? I know he took out Finn, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And has Finn not been back, or?
No, he's on hiatus right now. He asked for vacation. I think he got married.
Oh, really?
Actually, we gotta talk about some relationships. A couple people getting married and engaged.
As college students,
Yeah,
we're
Seth
expected
Seth and Becky got
Becky.
engaged.
Who else?
Ty
But what
Dillinger and
happens
Peyton
in
Royce
between
got
that?
married yesterday.
When do we make time to
Oh, really?
think about our career
Yeah,
interests,
and
I didn't
Finn
know.
Balor
professional
got
development,
married over the
or
weekend as
getting
well
work
too.
experience?
You said and Finn
desired
Balor?
goals?
Yeah.
It's
he
never too
is,
early to start thinking long.
And Charlotte and
Join
Andrade
me,
are.
their thing.
and meet
Their
Jazz.
thing
No, I know their thing, but-
Center for our new radio series.
No, I didn't know if he
where we
proposed
will
or
have
not.
discussions
No, it's too
with
early.
career
I don't think they
counselors,
have.
alumni,
Well, Becky and
current
Seth have
students, and
only been
industry
together for a few
professionals
months,
regarding
so.
all things
Yeah,
career.
that's true.
Tune in
So it's
Thursday
crazy.
mornings
But
at
yeah,
10 a.m.
Bray's
on
new
22
gimmick
West Radio
is
for tips
really
on how you
popular.
can prepare yourself now for the
That
transition from college to
Funhouse
career.
really worked. So.
Classic hits with the even Richard Stevens. Songs from the 60s, 70s, 80s that made on the charts are... And there are thousands of songs to choose from. Sometimes fast, and sometimes these songs are pretty and slow that touch your heart and soul. Classic hits at the beach. Now 2 hours on Mondays from...
Was this his first match?
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And we're back with Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And as always, you can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. You can also follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to Rob's channel, Rob Flores or Rob Flores Media. Search up Beyond the Ropes to find over 80 episodes of Beyond the Ropes. You can also follow us all on Twitter. Follow the official Beyond the Ropes radio Twitter account at RealBTR Radio, as well as my personal Twitter account at EthanNB95. You can follow Rob at
Rob Flores Media.
and James at.
JHW reporter.
And now we're getting back to pro wrestling talk. We missed out on about 2.5 months of content, but we're back now, and we're going to talk about Bray Wyatt. So before we went on hiatus, there were a number of vignettes of the Firefly Funhouse, the reinvention of Bray Wyatt. We talked about it and even watched a few on the show, live on the air, and kind of reacted to it. And it was a very different character for the man known as Bray Wyatt. And we finally got to see The Fiend, as he is known as, Bray Wyatt, have an official match at SummerSlam against Finn Balor. It was essentially a squash match, and Bray is more popular than ever. He's donning a new mask, some new wrestling attire, and he's walking out in the lantern with his head.
Yeah, I just saw that.
And
That's
some
pretty...
updated music. It's kind of the same song.
It's like a remix.
It's a remix.
It's called a remix.
Yeah, well, it's kind of, I guess it's a remix, yeah. So a reimagined, that's how I like to
There you
call it, from the band Code Orange, which they've done a song for NXT before, actually.
Oh, really? I did not know
So,
this.
but yeah, that's a very creepy rendition of the original theme song he had. But he is more popular than ever. In recent weeks, he's been attacking legends and using the mandible claw on the likes of Mick Foley, which he got it from.
Okay.
Kurt Angle. Last week was Jerry the King
Jerry
Lawler.
Lawler, yeah.
So he actually defeated Finn Balor by making him, well, he actually pinned him while he had the mandible claw on.
Interesting.
So that's kind of his new, I guess, finish. So, yeah, I mean, it's really good. It's kind of a career revival for him.
I'm kind of happy for him, honestly, because even when you've seen it time and time again, though, where there are these interesting or intriguing vignettes and they get you all excited about it, and then nothing ever happens.
Right.
So it's kind of like they're sticking with it. It's going well. Keep it going.
And Rob, you weren't, I don't remember, I don't think you were a fan of the original Funhouse, right? You thought it was a little
I thought, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah. Are you
I just
fan?
know that while we've been gone, R-Truth had a really great
Oh,
run.
gee.
Oh, we're gonna talk
Well,
about
that's
that.
a whole
20%.
another
That's
thing.
another thing. All right, but Bray Wyatt.
You gotta get little R-Truth pop in there.
Yeah, he got a. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. I'm glad you reminded me.
Yeah, there's so much
There's
stuff.
there's a lot to
I didn't even-
discuss.
I-
Actually,
I knew
we'll
there was-
save it for the next commercial and we'll talk about that because I want to look up.
There's some
stuff.
good stuff there, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So Bray Wyatt's good for him.
good for him. I think this conversation started when you did your predictions for SummerSlam, and I think I chimed in with whether my prediction on that match with him and Finn was going to be if there was a Demon Finn or not, and we didn't see a Demon Finn.
No.
But I think we're owed a Demon Finn versus Bray Wyatt.
You think so?
I mean, it has to happen. You see, I kind of wish that. I get it. You're doing Bray's return at SummerSlam. Of course, Bray's gonna go over. So I don't know when you position this match to be Demon versus Bray. That's almost a SummerSlam quality match in its own right.
Absolutely.
I don't think they play it out till WrestleMania, but
Probably not.
or
but,
Rumble. Rumble would be before then.
They could do it at Survivor Series.
Oh, Survivor Series is first because Thanksgiving time.
November.
That's right. Yeah.
And as speaking of Finn, he's currently on hiatus after he took a devastating loss. He apparently got married over the weekend.
Okay.
Congratulations. He was engaged for, I don't know, not that long. I don't
Do
think.
we know who she is? Is
She is.
Is she in the business?
She's a reporter for
Oh, really?
like a Mexican company. I think it's Fox, but it's like Spanish.
But not
Not a WWE.
Not wrestling,
No, she covered.
Deportes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There you
Okay.
go.
There you
So,
go. Look at me. With a little
I-
Spanish on the show.
Yeah, we should have.
We'll
done a
do
little
the
bit
second
research.
hour, all Spanish.
Oh, there you. Rob and James will be here for the second hour.
Yeah.
I'll think about it, but they'll be doing the entire show in Spanish.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking
Don't
of
count on that. Don't count on
well, and continuing on with Finn Balor, his buddies got as we expected. Well, I expected Gallows and Anderson to leave. I was expecting them to
I
leave,
remember that, yeah.
and that was kind of the big thing because they didn't re-sign.
And I kind of knew they weren't.
But over the summer they did. They got apparently they're making $500,000 each. So
And they're getting a little push too, aren't
and
they?
they're getting a little
They
push with
better
their
get a
other
little-
buddy, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles,
They better get a push if they get a contract.
now known as the OC. The O standing for
Okay.
Original, Official, Only Club That Matters. I like it.
That's what it means.
Yeah. Well, that's what the O kind of stands for. Yeah.
Official.
Or official,
Official club.
original, yeah, and only club that
Yeah,
matters.
okay.
I like it. I like it better than the club. The club just kind of seems very simple.
I was wondering about that because I kept seeing the OC and I'm like. what's
And I
that
like
mean?
the shirt design. I think it's
I'll
really
have to
cool.
check
They went
out
all
the
in
sh-
on that shirt. And kind of the stage 2, their intro.
I'm not sure how I feel about that name.
I like it.
Knowing the meaning now, but
I like it. It kind of puts a stamp on
yeah.
who they are. But yeah,
And wasn't there a Finn Balor tease in there too at one point?
they had
That
SummerSlam
kinda-
kickoff. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know if that Finn thing's gonna happen if he comes
Yeah.
back and joins them and turns heel,
Yeah.
which
And they had
might
all
not
the
happen. But
and Finn and I know Gallows and Anderson had the titles for a minute,
they lost them to Braun and Seth. like you
and
mentioned.
AJ had had the U.S.
He-
title at the time.
So he currently has it. However, he's supposed to defend the title against Braun tonight. So who knows?
No. Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, we'll find out
Well,
maybe live
okay.
on the air. Who knows?
Well, because I was thinking if Finn's coming back, they're gonna have to have all the titles again. Kind of no, they wouldn't have to, but I would want to know who's gonna be the world champion and
Probably
who's gonna be
AJ.
the secondary champion. Finn, I guess so. Who was the original club that yeah? AJ.
It was Finn's club.
AJ's the original, or is Finn?
Finn is the original founder of the Bullet Club. And then when he left, it came
Then
to
AJ.
WWE. The night he finished with New Japan, AJ came in and
Yeah.
he became the leader.
Okay, that's right.
So-
That's right.
I mean, technically they're not the original club, I guess, if you want to
See?
think about it. No, but I mean,
Dumb.
it's the original. I think they're trying to say the original because, you know, they still got Bullet Club in Japan and, all
yeah,
that. So.
right.
But anyways,
Is the Hunter Club still around?
The what?
No, the Bullet Club Hunter Yoshitatsu. I don't know. That was a thing.
I don't
Bullet Club Hunter.
I don't
No,
know.
nobody. That never worked. That never went through.
So you mentioned Finn Balor got married over the weekend. There's a
Another
lot of
couple-
love in the air.
Another couple got married over the
Love in
weekend.
the air.
Peyton Royce of the Iconics, former women's tag team champion.
I'm so sad that run was never
Heartbreaking.
anything more.
They lost the titles to
So good.
Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, who
Which
I
I think
really enjoy. I like that team.
I haven't been following that storyline too much, but it's just a random pairing.
It works in a strange way. I like it. They teased that Alexa was using Nikki for success.
Yeah,
But they actually kind of
they grew on each other.
yeah, they kind of actually work together. They're
Okay.
kind of a tweener. One week they're
Right,
good, and
right.
the next week they're like heels,
Okay.
which is fine.
Reminds me of the Kane Daniel Bryan deal.
Yeah, but it
Okay.
works. But yeah, Peyton Royce and former WWE superstar and now AEW wrestler who will be competing. Actually, maybe we gotta talk about this. This weekend is All Out.
Is that all?
It's AEW event.
Moxley's out.
Yeah.
He's out.
There was a
He's
replacement.
he's
there.
got a elbow again.
And Neville, and he goes by Pac now. I
Pac.
guess is in, and I guess he had a match originally that got canceled or changed due to injury. Did I get
That was at the last show. Yeah,
At the last
one
show.
of the a couple of shows ago.
Neville
Double
versus
or
who?
nothing.
I forgot
It's
who.
Pac
what-
versus Kenny Omega this time.
That's who it is because he's replaced.
That's
Because
good.
Pac is replacing.
Moxley.
Yeah,
More
but I
hype
thought there
behind it,
was a match for this card that he got canceled. But
No, I don't think so. But yeah, Peyton Royce and Ty Dillinger, congratulations. Or
Yeah.
he's going by Sean Spears now in AEW.
Mhm.
So. And
cool
another,
manager.
Huh?
Cool manager.
that's right, Tully Blanchard is manager on that AEW.
Tony Blanchard.
Tully.
Totally. I mean, yeah. Is his daughter on the show in some capacity?
She
Or
is
no?
still in Impact Wrestling,
Okay.
so no.
Cool.
And then also,
That's kind of a weird thing. Tony? I guess. Huh?
yeah,
It's
I mean,
it's
it's
cool.
cool.
It's cool to
It's
see
cool.
I
Kelly
guess
in
I
the
figured-
industry. so-
Here's this. No, hold this instead.
Yeah, you can't.
I
I
know,
don't,
right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins got engaged over the weekend.
Love is in the air in the wrestling industry.
Congratulations to all those couples. Wish them success.
Yeah.
I'm
As a
currently
wrestler.
looking up this 24/7 title because everyone's been a champion apparently. So the 24/7 title was announced on May 19th. Were we here? We were already done, weren't we?
Yeah, we were done. This.
So we missed the entire reign of the 24/7.
I think we might have.
we might have talked
I
about
think we
it
were
once.
around for the introduction of it because Mick Foley came out with it.
Yes, we
the
were
title.
out for the introduction.
We were because he unveiled it, but it was already it already unveiled itself because the bag was.
And also people weren't loving
Weren't
it,
thrilled
but
about
apparently
it.
it's like the hottest thing now. in
Oh,
wrestling.
I mean,
I
I
loved it.
knew it was going to be great from the beginning
loved it,
because
yeah.
if it was anything like it was with the hardcore title back in the day, they would be doing it everywhere and it'd be such a great thing on social media, and it is.
Mhm.
Like, that is the best storyline, especially for me to follow,
Mhm.
because I can just watch the videos on social media.
Yeah, and there was some interesting champions. So, let's go over some of them. So the first winner was, I think we might have already talked about it because it was in the first.
Yeah.
But the first champion was Titus O'Neil. The most reigns have been R-Truth with 13 now reigns. The longest reign is 14 days by Drake Maverick, who is my favorite thing about 24/7.
It's Hornswoggle.
No, it's Drake Maverick. No matter what R-Truth, he's senile.
Is he calling him Hornswoggle?
Yeah. The shortest reign in 11 seconds is Jinder Mahal.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest winner, thanks to Raw Reunion, is Pat Patterson.
Oh, that was
at
a great spot.
78 years old. The youngest winner.
He
at
beat out Gerald Briscoe, right?
No, Gerald Briscoe beat him.
Oh, Gerald Briscoe.
He beat Maverick.
Okay.
The youngest winner at 29 years old is Cedric Alexander. The heaviest champion are the co-champions, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. They held it for a couple of minutes, like a minute. And then the lightest champion is Kelly Kelly, who is also, was she the first woman? Yeah, she was the first
woman
female
as well, yeah.
champion. So some highlights, we can talk about I think we talked about the plane ride over to Saudi Arabia.
I don't think I saw the plane. I saw the airport, like they were getting off the plane and Jinder rolled him up.
No, that
Did you
was
see
right
that one?
before. That was right before,
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
They got on the plane. R-Truth interrupted Drake's wedding. He won the
Oh
title
yeah,
there.
he got married too.
Yeah, he has yet to consummate his marriage.
All right.
That has been a big storyline.
Okay.
That's like
oh,
the
that's
biggest
right,
story-
because she's part of the storyline where she's like.
Yeah, she's been appearing, and
That's right.
like
That's right.
unless he wins the title, he can't, consummate. So
right.
it's been an ongoing thing. It's been the most hilarious thing.
To follow up on that.
Who else?
Did you see the Fox Sports
I have
commercial
not seen that
spot?
one yet, but
Okay.
one of the Fox Sports guys.
Yeah,
won the
so
title.
it's the
It's the
studio
lead- the
host
the
that
host.
I'm not familiar with, but then Reggie Bush, Brady Quinn, and Matt Leinart were there.
Mhm.
Brady Quinn played for Notre Dame college football, and Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart both won Heisman trophies and were national champions at USC.
Mhm.
It would have been great to see one of them win the championship. That would have been
fun.
that would have been a nice little touch, but I'll leave it at that so I don't spoil it for you, unless you kind of know how that played out.
Well, I know he won the title, and then he lost it again, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it on Twitter, but I didn't see the video.
Yeah.
They went to Comic-Con with it.
That's right. They did.
R-Truth almost got pinned by the hurricane,
That's right. That sounds.
but it
familiar.
didn't happen.
And I know
Drake was in a banana suit.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he passing out flyers at Comic Con too? I think.
Yep.
Yeah. I saw that
At SummerSlam Access, Drake also disguised himself as John Cena.
one. That's right. I did see that. And Stephanie got involved in
Stephanie
that
and
segment,
Triple H,
right?
she walked by them, and Stephanie was like, I forgot what she said to him, but I know Triple H said, "Are you okay?" And he just kind of like, yeah.
That's right.
And it was
thought that
during their like
great.
meet and greet. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's right. That's right.
Um,
That was great.
what else? They've done. a
There's
number
just
of
so
things.
many moments,
A number of
and-
backstage segments, and
And the thing is like
Great.
there's just so many more things they can do, more so with social media now. Again, that you can tell in that Fox spot, the Fox spot with the host and stuff worked as obviously an advertisement for the SmackDown going to Fox. So
absolutely.
that was
Uh,
great.
Yeah. So the 24/7 title has been quite the success.
I would say
It's
so.
gained, I think, some of the most YouTube views for the WWE on their YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
good for them. So that's kind of been summer. I mean, we missed SummerSlam. It was a big show. Trish Stratus came back.
Oh
for
yeah, I was gonna say.
final match.
I haven't watched the match, but I heard it was great.
It was.
Or she held her own. At
It was
least.
one of the better matches of the night. I would say.
They made it out like it was instant classic.
It was really good. No, it was
Instant
really good.
classic.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay. That's just the
I-
hype
I
I, heard.
think it
I
might have
haven't
been
watched
my-
it yet, but it's one of those I felt like I was obligated to have to sit down and watch from beginning to end and not watch
Oh, yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
highlights.
No, I watched that one.
Okay,
for
I'll
sure.
have to watch it.
That was rumored to be her last match, but I think she's open to doing
Never
anything.
say never, pal.
Of course. Kofi Kingston has been a reigning champion.
Yes.
WWE
He
champion.
made it through the summer.
He made it through
yes,
the summer.
He did. Yes, he did.
And he's probably gonna lose it on Fox.
We'll take. Well, hey, we'll
It's
take
gonna
it.
suck, but
We had a black champion, and we're thrilled.
he's now
It's all
feuding with
we've
Randy
got.
Orton,
It's all we've ever asked
Good.
for was a black champion. Thank you.
and
very
Kofi's
much.
been great. He's been great as champion. I think.
Yes, he has.
I think he's doing a fantastic job.
And you know,
New Day are tag team champions now. So
I'm surprised that they never did the heel turn.
I'm glad they didn't.
Like for Kofi to still have, not that he couldn't, because obviously he's had a good successful run, but for them not to have to go straight into Big E because Big E was hurt, and then he comes back and he gets jealous, yada yada yada. So
No.
for them to not even have to touch that angle, it's
They-
kind of great, and that's something they can still use if they need it or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
I mean,
happens.
And I don't think they ever have to, because
No.
I think they're just great together, and they obviously have that great chemistry, and they could always find ways to evolve the group if they want to keep it going for more years
Yeah.
to come. Seth Rollins was Universal Champion for a bit. Brock Lesnar cashed in on him. He
Yeah.
defeated the Beast again at SummerSlam.
Which was random, just because the Money in the Bank thing, because
They got it over with.
he wasn't
I'm
in the
happy.
match, right? He wasn't originally in the Money in the Bank.
That's right. Did we talk about that on the
And then
show?
he did that boombox dance thing.
That was
a
the best
gift
part
for
of
next-
That's the best thing Brock has ever done.
I saw someone tweet that, and I was like, "There's no way." And I went looking
That
for
was
it, and
like
I
when
saw
you
it,
had the
and
mariachi hat
I was
back
like,
then,
I was
right
like,
up
oh my-
there with
The Money in the Bank thing, the dance was the best
I
thing
was
he's
like,
ever done.
I was like, wow, like, I mean, for Brock Lesnar to dance on national TV, do you know how
It shows his personality.
good of a day he had to have had? Like, cause you don't ask Brock Lesnar to dance like the briefcase of the boombox.
Well, they're paying him a lot of money, so
I would dance too. Hey,
probably-
if I'm making that kind of money, I'd dance too.
if they said you show up, once every couple months,
That's
whatever,
fair.
you're gonna dance tonight.
That's fair.
I was like, all right.
He probably made more in one appearance of Raw than I have all year.
Oh, without doubt. All three of us combined.
Same.
For a
that-
couple years,
yeah.
honestly, actually.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Seth is Universal Champion. AJ turned heel, as we mentioned. He's
Okay,
with
nice.
OC. They got some reinvigoration, I guess is
Mm-hmm.
if that's the word. If not, I'm making it up.
There you go. It's all right. We're all about making up
Shinsuke
words here.
Nakamura
What's he up to?
won the Intercontinental Championship from Finn Balor.
That's right.
And as of last week on
He was
SmackDown,
floundering a little bit. I got a little worried about him.
I was worried, but they kind of brought him back.
All right. Well, that's
Last week, they officially paired him with Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn is apparently going to be his voice now.
Ah, mouthpiece. Okay. That
Which I'm
works.
okay with. I'm interested. I think Sami Zayn returned and has just been losing the entire time. He hasn't won a match since.
Especially because he came back and he had some heat on him when he came back. Not heat. Like, I mean, heat, like, not backstage heat, but, like, with the crowd heat.
Yeah, so, I mean, if this helps out both their careers, I'm for it.
Oh, of course.
I think it's great. It's a great pairing. So, hopefully, as long as they're on TV every week, that's good.
And what do we think of this Randy Orton revival team I've been seeing
I like it.
tweeted and whatnot? Is that a real thing, or is it just...
They've had an
what are we, a
alliance.
few weeks in, or...
A couple weeks.
Okay.
They had an alliance because of the New Day.
Okay.
Revival are going after those tag titles,
Right.
and Randy's obviously going
For
after
the
Kofi.
world, yeah.
So they kind of
Okay.
got an old school vibe. to
Yeah,
them as
yeah,
well.
that's true. That's
They
cool.
kept that, so
I can get
I like
behind
that. And I mean, if it keeps a revival in WWE and happy,
Oh, right.
I'm sure
Because they were on their way out, too, according to
they're
the dirt sheets.
Yeah, they've still got some time in the contract, but they could be on the way out still. So we'll have to wait. That's another wait and see kind of deal. The women's division, Becky's remained.
I got a little worried
Raw-
about the women's division, too.
Raw Women's Champion. Bayley ended up picking up that SmackDown Women's Championship. And
Sasha Banks came back and made
Sasha Banks came back with blue hair, bright blue hair. After apparently rumors of being unhappy. Apparently she addressed those rumors at the top of the hour on Raw tonight.
Yeah, that was the hype that I think she even might have opened the show, is
Yeah,
what I
she opened the
heard.
show,
So
so-
we'll have to, during the next break, we'll have to try and pull up some of her comments on that.
For sure, and we could talk about what's happening currently on Raw, the WWE King of the Ring return. King of the Ring tournaments.
While he looks that up, are you looking that up?
Yes, I am.
Did you hear? I heard this yesterday and looked it up. Ken Shamrock is gonna come back and compete. I don't know for how long. I don't know if it's a one-time deal, but he's gonna be on Impact Wrestling.
Wrong
Yeah, I saw that.
company.
Well, he was their.
Yeah,
I saw he
yeah.
was their first champion at Impact.
That's right, he
Back in
was.
the
He
day,
did
so-
had a brief stint with them, I believe.
So
He's been saying for so long. I wish I could go back to WWE.
I mean, this is his first step back. Look at it this way, Rob.
Oh man.
Eric Bischoff had a little stint in TNA. He's now back on WWE.
Everyone eventually goes
Bruce
back.
Pritchard was completely out of the business after being the right-hand man to Vince McMahon for years. He goes and does a little TNA. He goes and he does some.
And then TNA flops when he leaves.
He does with whatever other
Yeah.
show. I'm forgetting the name of it at the moment, but he was doing that.
Apparently Impact's doing okay. I mean, they're losing some
Well,
talent.
they have
but
Van
they're
Dam,
doing
no?
okay.
Yeah, I mean they seem to be doing okay. But yeah, so Bruce Pritchard was on there. He's back. Hulk Hogan was on there for whatever that was worth on Impact. And he came back.
He
LAX.
killed
Gone.
he killed the company pretty much.
Well,
I mean,
LAX being a hot free agent.
yeah, LAX could end up on AEW or WWE. It's likely going to be AEW, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. I got the bracket for the King of the
All
Ring
right. What
tournament.
you got?
So it started last week. It was announced the week prior, I believe.
Yeah.
the pay-per-view.
It was kind of yeah.
It was
it's
again a
kinda
little last minute,
thrown
but
out there.
it's
Yeah.
okay. I mean,
That's all right.
as long as
the show
something
comes
enjoyable and there's stuff happening,
and something comes out of it.
there's consequences and stuff.
Yes,
Let's
exactly.
go. Stay positive.
Right.
So, people on social media like, oh, this is just last
Right.
minute. This
I love the King of the Ring. I wish it was its own pay-per-view where you had the whole tournament in one night.
Yeah, that'd be a long pay per view though.
It can't be any longer than a 5-hour WrestleMania. I mean, they've done.
SummerSlam was actually kind of short,
but see,
compared to recent years. So that's
well,
good.
see, that's a sign. But no, but I mean, they've done King of the Ring pay-per-views before, and I mean, how those gonna have been any longer than they are now? So okay,
But
go on with the
yeah,
brand.
they're dragging it out, but you know, it is what it is.
Content, damn it.
Last week I started off on Raw with 2 matches. Samoa
Okay.
Joe taking on Cesaro.
Yeah, I heard that was a
Good
physical match.
It was a
I
good
heard.
match, yeah.
What was it? The opening where
It
Cesaro
started with Cesaro
roared,
running towards Joe,
and he like knocked it.
uppercut him, and
Yes.
he bounced against.
What a
that was-
spot!
It was. You can find a GIF on that.
And then I think Samoa Joe was diving out in the crowd as he's done on occasion.
Mhm.
After, so it, you know, they weren't just it
Yeah, it
wasn't
was-
a cupcake fight.
Fun match. It ended up being 10 minutes long and ended in submission.
What a spot!
Samoa Joe ended up picking up that victory.
Such a spot.
Next up we had. These are the results for today's. They already have this. Okay, that's why I spoiled myself, but I won't spoil it for anyone.
Don't spoil that.
I'll just spoil last week's because that's already a week old. Cedric Alexander taking on Sami Zayn
Okay.
happened. That was a quick match, 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Well, Cedric because
Cedric won because Sami
he
Zayn's
said
been
Sami's
loser.
been losing.
Been loser wrestler for a
Yeah.
while. It's alright. Kevin Owens versus Elias in 13 minutes and 25 seconds ended in a pin thanks to some involvement by the best in the world. So, over the summer, Kevin Owens has kind of become the new, they're trying to make him the kind of the new Stone Cold figure.
Oh yeah, really.
And Shane McMahon being the authority figure, so they've been running with that storyline.
That's right. That's a continuation from I think. Are we here when that storyline was going on?
It was the Miz, no?
It was with the Miz.
Oh, that was with The Miz,
And
yeah.
it kind of just came over to Kevin Owens. But that ended with Elias getting the victory and advancing thanks
Okay.
to some
That's right.
messy business. And then we had Apollo Crews versus Andrade in about 9 minutes and 40 seconds, ending in a pin with Andrade picking up the win.
Okay.
And some matches to look forward to tonight. One of them apparently already happened, which is interesting. Oh, what? That is really interesting, actually. Ricochet will take on Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
And then also The Miz will take on Baron Corbin. Yeah, I already know.
I saw
Okay.
some.
So I'm looking at the
on Raw.
results, and clearly people are. I'm looking at Wikipedia. Clearly, people are messing with it because apparently Barack Obama is scheduled to be in this.
Lovely.
So, but anyways, The Miz will take on Baron Corbin tonight. So
I did see Baron Corbin was wearing the crown and sitting on the throne, so I don't know if
he's
that
my
was
pick to win. 'Cause I
the
think-
whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to read who's left in
Yes,
this?
let's do it.
And we
let's-
can make a pick.
It'll be Ali versus Buddy Murphy tomorrow on SmackDown.
Okay.
You guys want to predict who's gonna win that one?
Ali.
I'm gonna go with Buddy Murphy only because I heard Buddy Murphy
There's
had
a storyline happening. With
Buddy. I heard this. What I've heard now. I heard Buddy Murphy had the match of the year with Roman Reigns a week or two
Good.
ago. That's another one I have
So we
to
can talk
watch.
about that. Roman Reigns, someone's trying to kill him. So
Yeah, that's right.
So the
And
base,
that whole host, or not host, but this other
yeah.
looking-like fella.
Oh yeah.
What the? What
We'll
did-
talk about
what-
it.
Yeah, what did I miss?
So Roman almost got trampled by some equipment in the back on an episode of SmackDown about a month ago or so. He accused Joe of doing it because they were kind of feuding. Joe ended up not being the guy because the following week on Raw, Roman almost got hit by a car.
And he was like standing.
And Joe was
yeah.
Joe was there, and he was actually. It looked like Joe was gonna turn face, which would have been amazing.
But he didn't.
No, unfortunately,
Oh, okay.
it would have been cool to see them team up for him. But anyways,
Yeah, because they were trying to almost kind of lump him
it
into the
seemed like
Samoan-
he was becoming a more, I guess, tweener at least.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, they kind of went back on that and said, no, he's a heel. Anyways, and then Buddy Murphy was seen after Roman, I guess, was almost trampled by the stuff in the back. So he confronted him and he asked, who did it? Like, you were there, you probably saw who did it. And he said Daniel Bryan, or Eric Rowan, I should say, did it.
Mm.
And so the following week, he found Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan, and they were like, "No, we'll find out we know who it is, and we'll find them. And Buddy Murphy's kind of been in the middle. He's getting beat up by both guys, essentially, because he got beat up by Brian and Rowan.
Right.
Like, the following week. You know, why are you lying? You know, it wasn't us, whatever.
Huh.
So, last week, Brian and Rowan said, yeah, we know who did it, and we're going to reveal at the end. And they did, and it was a Rowan lookalike, some random guy. So, it seems like a fake out. We'll find out tomorrow on SmackDown, I'm assuming. More information. It kind of ended on a cliffhanger.
Right,
so.
right. Okay.
Anyways, we'll talk a little bit more about the King of the Ring because we gotta hit another commercial break. Correct.
We're gonna make our King of the Ring picks.
King of the Ring picks when we return, as well as anything more we could discuss right here
Oh, there's plenty.
on Beyond the Ropes.
There is so much shit to talk about.
Yeah, just trying to remember everything that's
Did
happening.
you know that Long Beach State ranks 5th
I
nationally?
think everything was stuff I wrote down.
Our student
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave after this
Long Beach State is
because the
26
bus.
to 1. And
The
Long
last
Beach
one is at
State's beach
8,
major
but that's
has
literally-
reached 6,408
Where do you live in?
students.
Long Beach, right?
At the beach, we know no barriers. It's a philosophy that applies to everything we do.
The Isabel
But
Patterson
that's like
Child
the last
Development
bus of the
Center
night,
is a
so if
place
I
on
miss that,
campus
then
which provides child care services for
Fuck.
student parents. With the mission to ensure no student parent
try
is
and catch the
denied
one.
a higher education due to lack of affordable child care, the Isabel Patterson Child Development Center offers services for children from 6 months to 2nd grade. More information on the Isabel Patterson Child Development Center can be found at asiCSULB.org and searching Child Development Center.
Okay, Dee tell us, what is your favorite 22 West radio show?
I feel like we're missing some other stuff.
Wrong answer, Dee Try again.
Goldberg?
That's Frank Goldberg.
Wrong answer. It's Otaku Hourly. Otaku Hourly.
Oh, the Undertaker Sting videos.
What about him?
They were like teasing for a bit. They got like a lot of
They've
attention.
done that a bunch of times.
Last one.
Oh, it's my commercial.
Is this
It was a minute long.
Yeah.
Just accordions and walls for your
The show's still going on.
Is Rene Dupree still wrestle?
I don't think for years.
And I'm your host.
I haven't heard anything.
I want to say I heard something about him not too long
Did
ago.
you?
Yeah, I do. I think I did.
Francois sur la radio.
think-
Falling off the radar.
Bringing you SoCal,
I
CSULB,
think he was.
22 West Radio, all French or French-themed music, the good, the bad, the old, and the new, as well as info on CSULB's French Club and anything related to the
You might
French
be
Club
writing
chat.
something in the middle. I'll be quiet.
Join us for un temps inoubliable
Gotta add some
for an
quotes.
unforgettable time. You tune in every Tuesday from 9 to 10 p.m. A plus, mes chers amis. Bonsoir et au revoir. Yours truly, Francois.
And we're back with Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And you can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes and find over 80 episodes of live recordings. As well as follow us on Twitter at RealBTRRadio, at EthanNV95.
Rob Flores Media.
And JHW Reporter.
Awesome. King of the Ring brackets. We were talking about who's going to advance. You want to talk about, let's see. We said Ali. Rob said Ali.
I had Buddy Murphy for that match.
All right. Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin.
Ooh.
Should be a good match.
Whoa.
I've got Gable on that one. Oh, and I've got Murphy for the last.
I'll take Shelton just because.
Gable.
And okay, so I mean that's the first round. Ricochet or McIntyre, which is happening tonight.
Sharon McIntyre.
Chosen one.
You got McIntyre. I've got well, I kind of think I already have it spoiled for me, so I'm gonna predict.
I'll go with Ricochet.
Okay. Baron Corbin and The Miz.
Baron
Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
I'm saying Corbin because I think he's gonna win it all. And who do you guys predict is gonna win it all?
Ali.
Buddy Murphy.
I've got Corbin. Alright. So we talked about some King of the Ring. Let's talk about some NXT a little more.
Okay.
This is a new champion. Right here. My guy. Adam
That's
Cole.
right.
Adam Cole won the NXT championship
First
over the
of all,
summer.
what's his name's never gonna get it? Johnny Gargano.
He had it.
Did he ever have it?
He beat Adam Cole at NXT TakeOver New York WrestleMania weekend, and he lost it the following takeovers.
So he never defended. That's right. He
It was
never.
one defense, yeah, against Adam Cole, and they had an epic 1 hour long match of the year, I think, at the last takeover.
I heard it was really good.
It was at best 2 out of 3 falls. It was really like a 3 stages of hell kind of thing. It ended up in a steel cage with weapons and all that.
Oh, really?
It was an epic match, yeah. Check that match out
I'll
if you
have
want
to
to see a
look
good
that
match. Watch that one, or watch any of the 3 matches that they had at Takeover. They've had 3 in a row now.
So they've had their own little mini series.
Yeah, and they're moving forward seemingly because that was kind of like their end right there. But really good matches. NXT obviously is now moving forward to the USA Network, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with some of these characters. The Street Profits have been appearing on Raw as kind of the Greek theater kind of backstage.
Yeah,
They've been
right.
telling the story from backstage.
Are-
Not competing yet though.
Do they still have the tag titles?
Yes. I think. As of this, yes. As of we're speaking,
I was
yes.
like, what do you know? I was like, what do you know?
I think they do.
Do you-
Unless,
Did you read something you weren't supposed to read?
well, I don't know if the NXT tapings have happened or if they've lost them or not. But I will say that as of right now, yes, that we know,
Okay.
yes, they're still champions.
Stop reading spoilers, damn it.
Look, if I do it, I'll do it on purpose. Like, they just happen to appear on my feed.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. I hate looking at spoilers for NXT.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're going live. Like,
That's
basically.
true.
Like,
No,
I'm glad that's
yeah.
happening live, moving forward.
That's a good thing. I didn't even think about that, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But other than that, I mean, NXT, the women's division, Shayna Baszler's still been dominating. I mean, Io Shirai turned heel.
Oh, really?
And she's much better as a heel. Like, she's great. She is gonna lead that division. She and Candice LeRae had a stellar match at this past takeover.
Mm-hmm.
Another match of the year candidate. It wasn't nearly as long as the main event, but it was a stellar match. These women can work. That women's division is in good hands as long as they stay there.
So what are we waiting on for Shayna? What's the holdup?
I feel like they just don't have anything for her.
Mm-hmm.
And now that NXT is moving 2 hours, it's likely she might not even go anywhere else.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
It seems like
If-
call-ups might not
will
be a thing anymore.
Yeah.
It'll
no,
be
that's
trades
true. I
moving
forgot
forward.
about that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Call-ups could be done with.
And they'll kind of build their own roster around
They need their own roster
Shayna
now.
and
Shayna, Io, Candice, Bianca Belair. They
Adam
kind of
Cole and
pushed.
all that.
They pushed. What's her name? Mia Yim
Yeah.
a little bit. So they have a solid division there.
Okay.
In the main event scene, you've got Adam Cole. You've got Matt Riddle's there. Velveteen Dream is still the North
That's my
American
guy.
champion. Yeah, he's good. Some of my favorites, Breezango, are now in NXT.
Are they really?
Tyler
Man,
Breeze showed up first, kind of
Right,
revitalizing his
yeah.
career. And then Fandango showed up, and now they're officially a tag team in NXT, which I think is great.
Yeah, that's good.
It'll help the tag division as well as help them.
And they're doing the same gimmick? Like,
Yeah, but it's not the Fashion Police. It's just Breezango.
oh.
They're not.
So it's not silly stuff.
Not really the silly stuff. They're doing just
Yeah.
kind
There's not a whole lot of time to do silly stuff on NXT right now. I mean, like, everything's so...
as of now, yeah. Until we'll
Right,
see.
right,
I mean,
but
we'll see
when
what
they
happens.
can-
But right now, yes.
Yeah.
And I like that because it's more wrestling oriented. So
Right.
let's keep it that way. And I think it's great for their careers.
I think it'll be good for Fandango because
for sure.
he never had a
Neither of them.
strict gimmick, like a serious wrestling gimmick ever.
Right. All right. And we're gonna wrap up this episode. I know you guys are gonna continue with whatever you guys are gonna talk about.
stuff.
You guys are gonna talk about stuff on the next show, but I've got to get going right now.
Alright.
So, to wrap it up, do we have any last minute things before we go? I mean, Raw is happening right now, so
Mm.
I'm not gonna spoil anything else. We've kind of already talked about some important things that have happened. But what are you guys preparing for this week? What are you guys looking forward to? Anything this week for wrestling? All Out is this weekend. I'll give predictions on the page.
Yeah, I can.
We'll
I'm
talk
just
about
curious to see where AEW's going. Really, I mean,
Same here.
will this be the last big show before
Yeah, before they go on TV.
they go on TV? So I feel like we'll probably get a surprise or two.
Yeah, possibly.
Like there has to be something. We're gonna get something.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
have to. I don't know anything, but we gotta.
We gotta get something.
If you're going on TV next, like you kind of
you need to
need.
hit something big.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, so that does it for me. But I'm gonna sign off as we normally do.
Okay.
And then I don't know how you guys are gonna do it. If you're gonna go off right now or.
How did we normally sign off? I'm a little
Let's
rusty.
put some music while I.
All right.
set
While
up
you
the rest.
reset up everything. All right. So for Beyond the Ropes, I'm Ethan,
I'm James.
Rob.
and this episode has been. Put it up.
Too sweet, right?
Too sweet.
I was like, oh my god, Robert got a tattoo.
That's right. Now he's had it. All
Yeah, I
right.
know.
All right.
It's been a minute.
It's been a good minute, and thank you for once again joining us right here on 22S Radio.
Bye.
All right. I'll see you guys. I guess next Monday. No,
Um,
Labor Day.
You want
Oh,
me to
yeah,
take you?
the
You
holiday
can stay
one.
if you want me to take you home. You don't have
All right. We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Second hour.
And we're back with Beyond the Ropes. I lied to everyone listening. Who in the video version is going to be put together, so it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to really matter, but yeah, I got a ride
He
apparently.
was working, y'all.
I worked in this wrestling business. Let's call it work. So I worked, y'all. Apparently.
Ethan's been working me all summer. That sounds odd, but it's true because of your Stranger Thing Instagram post. I thought he was in Indiana all summer, but apparently he wasn't.
No, I've just been putting my location in Hawkins, Indiana, but that was not the case.
Joke's on me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was played.
Yeah, so we're here once again. You can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. This is, I guess, the official Beyond the Ropes takeover of the Golden Spotlight. We've done this a couple of times before, especially for our WrestleMania kind of show. I think we did that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back again for a second hour. I mean, this is our season premiere, I guess, right?
Yeah,
we gotta come back big.
Hey.
Why not come back for 2 hours? You can also follow us all on Twitter. First off, the official show's Twitter, which I'm going to try and be a little more active. We're going to try and maybe live tweet and stuff. We'll see what happens. You can follow that at RealBTR Radio. You can follow me individually on Twitter at EthanNB95. You can follow Rob at
Rob Flores Media.
and James at
JHW reporter.
and find us on YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes, search up Rob Flores, search up Rob Flores Media. Over 80 episodes. I believe this is our, 89th, 90th episode? 89th. So we're almost at 100. We're going to hit 100 this semester, I believe. So we got to do something special for that.
Wow.
I've already got the little poster, because, I like doing my little posters on social
Uh-huh.
media. So I got a little special one.
Wow, the 100th episode. Like, for sure this semester.
I believe we have, 11 episodes? So I think we might actually hit it at the end of the semester, toward the end. We've got at least 13 weeks, so we'll hit it.
Okay.
We should, as long as we don't have any issues. Yeah, let's talk about more wrestling, I guess. We've got another 56 minutes as I'm looking at the clock right now, counting down. Goldberg made his return.
Yeah, he had to redeem himself after that Undertaker match. That
So,
was pretty bad.
I still have not seen it. I watched.
You didn't miss much.
I watched right up to the point, and then I never got back to watching it. I still wanted to see that train wreck.
You're not missing much.
I want to see it. I gotta see them, hurt each other really bad. Goldberg and Undertaker had a match at the Saudi Arabian show. Greatest? No. What was the show called?
The
Super
Great-
Showdown.
yeah,
Super
Super
Showdown,
Showdown.
yeah. Because they had the Super Showdown in Australia last year.
Right.
Yeah. And it was a train wreck. Undertaker came back at Extreme Rules and redeemed himself in a
Yeah.
tag team match, teaming with Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And Goldberg did the same at SummerSlam, taking on Dolph Ziggler. hit some 3 devastating spears. It was a fun moment, whether you like Goldberg or not. Matt Riddle is not a fan.
Yeah, they're trying to build that up, right? Well, he's trying to build it up.
He's trying to build it up. Apparently, WWE doesn't care. Triple H said it in a conference call. He's like, Matt Riddle's a big boy. He can say whatever he wants, whatever. So,
I'm surprised they let him keep saying it.
that's
Like,
what I was saying. He's like,
that sounds like that's some off the script stuff.
Yeah, some of the stuff he said. I mean, he's not only attacked Goldberg, but some of the WCW guys. He mentioned Jericho, Lance Storm, and Booker T in a video.
Why is he only mentioning WCW guys?
Well, they've all said something, I guess, against him in certain ways. I know Booker T, I think, said he couldn't work. Lance Storm said, I don't even think Lance Storm said anything offensive.
Lance Storm.
What
What
about
about it? His school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Lance Storm is officially ending his school this year.
Why?
Rumor has, well, this is just speculation. This is
He'd be a trainer at NXT.
it's a possibility that they might do something in Canada.
Huh? Yeah.
But that's kind of that's the reason.
Might as well.
Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, Lance Storm, I guess, asked the question on Twitter if Matt Riddle owned shoes because he never heard any. So I guess Matt Riddle got offended by that. He called him, like he really ripped him apart. I was like, wow. And then Jericho, because I know Jericho said something, and he really went on Jericho as well.
I mean, if there's gonna be a match, that would be one, but not anytime soon. If
Yeah.
Jericho's in AEW.
Well,
Jericho-
look at the RVD thing. You saw the meme?
No. What was it?
It was when you're too high, you show up on the wrong show.
That's right. I did see that. RVD showed up on Raw Reunion, and then the next episode of Impact, he was there. So. It was
Well,
weird.
I mean, they had to have worked out a deal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's just working on Impact per deal, and then.
Oh, so that's probably even yeah.
So yeah,
He
so
loved
it
it
was,
so much he even posted it.
yeah, it was great. But yeah, and then Jericho took credit for NXT moving to USA, which Willie Regal got involved and said, yeah, you were here since 2010, being a trainer and all that, and he was kind of saying what he did. So it's kind of like a little rivalry happening between some of the WWE and AEW guys. So that's interesting.
There you go.
So it's good. I mean, I know which side I'm on. I don't know. We'll let everyone decide who they want to be.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, there really shouldn't be any sides. You should be rooting for both of them.
well, at this point, yeah, I mean,
But I mean, you could prefer one over the other, I guess. Nothing
as
wrong
long
with
as
that.
everyone has a job.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
It's good
so
for the
much.
business. More, it's kind of become some pretty big news. I mean, with AEW coming in, a new billionaire, bringing in a new promotion on a major platform like TNT.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
I mean, I was walking around campus earlier today and I saw the commercial on, and there was a bunch of people watching the TV, so they were looking at the commercial, and for me,
There you go.
it kind of caught my eye walking by, like, oh, all right, here we go. Like I knew the AEW thing was happening, but to see an actual commercial,
You see Jericho in the commercial,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So people know Jericho's been a wrestler for over 20 years. So even if they stopped watching that,
Yeah,
watching
you're
the
gonna know-
product, you're gonna know,
right.
hey, that's Jericho,
Right,
and he's
right.
now wrestling for this company. Like, hey, that's
Yeah.
What's
And the same with Cody Rhodes too. Cody Rhodes had a presence on that.
Yeah, a
Young
little
Bucks
bit,
were
yeah.
in that commercial, so
for sure. So it's interesting. And again, TNT. I mean, I know TBS has been showing the commercial. It's the same company.
yeah, same right.
So, and a bunch of people that watch those sitcoms like Big Bang Theory, I know what's happened during that. So, so it's interesting. Should be fun. So we talked about Goldberg kind of returning. Edge returned at SummerSlam.
Yes, this is
He,
yeah.
We were talking about this earlier before we came
Very
to the
briefly.
station. Elias, always doing his performance. I think his last performance actually might have been last week. I think they're moving away from him performing every week now. But he performed at SummerSlam, and kind of the ongoing gag was he gets interrupted, obviously, by someone.
Right.
And since SummerSlam was in Toronto, Edge was there. He interrupted him, and he hit him with the spear. That was a pretty big deal because for a number of years since he retired, he was not allowed to have any physical contact. He obviously had to retire because he could have ended up paralyzed if he landed, wrong. And he hit a spear, and then on his podcast, I believe he said Yeah, it could probably go one more match, but it's likely not going to happen because WWE would not allow it. Obviously, they want to be careful and, they can't risk that. But Edge actually posted a picture on his Instagram yesterday, showing off he's in incredible shape. Like,
Oh,
he's
he's
got abs.
teasing.
He's got-
Okay,
he's-
all right.
He's got abs, and he's like, I could go for one more match. So
I wonder how much. I wonder if he got the itch at all, because Beth was just got back in
Beth-
the ring.
Beth had a couple matches, and should mention she is now a part of the NXT commentary team.
That's right.
So good for her. But yeah, I mean,
What kind of match? What if they end up just putting him in a tag?
it's a
I
possibility.
mean, yeah. If anything, you'd probably almost want to put him in a tag first.
If you're gonna do one more match, it's either gonna be a tag or just a regular singles
If only
match.
Christian could go one more too.
See, I think Christian can, but I don't think he wants to either. I think he's done. Like two, so it all depends. I think Bully Ray on Twitter teased TLC or something because they just had the anniversary, 18 years or whatever, of the first TLC match. And, the Hardys are still going at it, so
Isn't Bully like
Bully-
locked into a contract with Ring of
Bully is
Honor?
with Ring of Honor, and he's doing his Busted Open radio show.
Yeah, that's right. Mark Henry.
Look, everyone's going into
into
radio now with
Y'all
calling it a
got,
footstep.
y'all got me on here. So everyone's doing it. It's the new
Everyone's
wave.
Mark
right?
Henry has one with
Yeah,
Busted Open.
He's
as
on
well.
Busted Open as well.
Yeah, Sam Roberts, who's a radio guy,
Mhm.
is appearing on kickoff shows for WWE.
Yeah.
So look at that.
I think we talked about Triple H a little bit earlier too. Did I mention I saw him at the ESPYs? He's as big as you would think he is.
6'5",
Um,
6'4", 6'4", I think.
Yeah, and it
260 probably.
and Roman was there. I saw Roman last year.
Well, we saw
Did you get
Roman.
to talk to Triple H?
I didn't get a
or-
chance to talk to them. I did see. You guys might have seen the clip on social media where, on the red carpet, Daniel Cormier gave the
Yes.
award for whatever it was, best WWE moment.
It was for Roman, right?
for Roman
He
or
won.
no. Well, I don't.
He won it. Yeah, he did.
But I no. Well, the reason why I say it is because he didn't give the thing to Roman, and Roman was there. Or maybe Roman wasn't there. No, Roman was there.
Was Roman there? No, he was. I thought I saw a picture of him holding it. Maybe he
They
didn't give
did.
it to him or something.
Maybe not. I don't know what happened there, but I did see some conversation there, and it was even
I
they even
saw
kind of teased where it's like, oh, are we gonna get Daniel Cormier in a WWE ring there, or are we gonna see the Brock Lesnar thing? I mean, Daniel Cormier just lost in Anaheim.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he just lost the title to, was that Stipe? No, I'm blanking on the guy's name who beat him. But Cormier got knocked out, and if that doesn't sound familiar, what happened to Ronda Rousey? She lost the title. Her run kind of ended.
She almost
And
lost a
again.
finger.
She almost lost a finger recently.
On the 911 show.
Yeah.
Ironically.
So yeah. So maybe we do see Cormier down the line.
That was a Christian thing.
I did see a
Yeah.
teaser on some YouTube video about the Cormier thing, but I didn't.
Really?
Is that
Someone
the dude
else-
that's taking shots at Brock all the time?
Huh? What?
Didn't he?
Yeah,
John-
Cormier.
John-
Yeah.
John
He
Bones?
wants Brock.
Bones Jones? What's
Wow.
his name?
Bones.
Was that his name?
John Jones.
John
John
Bones.
Bones Jones.
Yeah. Call
Is
him
the-
out, right?
Well, he keeps calling out Cormier
He
because
called up Brock.
he
Or-
might have called out Brock.
I heard him
Well,
say something
no,
about
because
Brock.
he called out Bones is calling out everybody because he's just coming back.
Oh, okay.
Bones has beaten Cormier 2 or 3 times,
Okay.
but every time he has beat him, he's been suspended for some sort of substance or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
So he's back again on his 5th try or his 5th chance,
Oh my.
and
There's hope for Brock.
yeah, he's back again, and he's
Yeah, no testing for that Brock match fight.
well, yeah, right. Well, because Brock might have something
Exactly,
too, because he
him
was
too.
positive on his last thing.
Uh-huh.
So
To reverse that decision.
yeah, well, we think reverse on if they both test positive.
Exactly. That's why no test. Just let them go at it. Whatever.
But
The referee went on that one.
Double disqualification.
so yeah, so I mean it's kind of interesting to see the crossover there, and even to see it in person a little bit was kind of interesting. So yeah, no, everyone was good. Everyone's nice. They're actually all good people from what I was able to see.
Oh,
I don't
believe
think
it.
I had a chance to talk to any of them. I did talk to Victoria last year,
Yes.
and Charlotte last year.
Oh, yes.
Um,
I don't know about
So
Charlotte.
yeah. I was almost trying to do some fantasy booking on the red carpet. Not this last year, but the year before. I was trying to get a Victoria Charlotte match going.
That'd be fun.
I think it would. So yeah, so that was just a little bit from my summer where I just wanted to mention that I did see them. They all seemed great.
Awesome.
And then there was that Cormier teaser in there. So I still want to see Cormier. I think Cormier would be kind of cool to have in WWE. And he's a fan. He's like,
Oh yeah. I
he
believe
grew up watching it. So, you know, it's not unrealistic to see him potentially be in the WWE at some point. And Ethan was on the freeway the other day.
Freeway.
This is what well, maybe it was the street. I don't know.
It was a freeway.
This is just a transition.
Wait, walking?
This is a transition.
No.
Just
I was like,
I
what?
was in a vehicle.
go with the
Okay, I'm like,
transition,
wait,
brother.
what?
Oh my goodness. This is a teaser because we gotta hit commercial.
All
Go
right.
ahead, go ahead.
Well, I'm leaving right there. Ethan was on the freeway.
That's it. I was just on the freeway. That's the teaser.
That's the teaser. You got to come back to find out what happened.
Yeah,
Ethan's here, so obviously it went well, but he was on the freeway.
I'm here, even though I was gonna leave, but I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here after the freeway too.
Yeah.
And when we return, we're gonna talk about what I saw on the freeway. It was pretty interesting. We got some stuff to talk
There you
about
go.
right here on Beyond the Ropes.
That's a teaser, Rob. There you go. Man, can I give the teaser?
My God.
Ethan was on the freeway.
I was like, what?
That's a teaser. I was like,
I was like, damn it, wait, was he on the freeway?
I was on the freeway.
Alright.
I did say that.
4522. That's 562
Making it work.
958 4522.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is
What happened?
Dominic Curie. I am a film and production.
Some Raw results. I don't know. Do we want to talk about anything Raw
Yeah,
results
I mean, yeah.
for tonight's episode?
We're on, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll discuss it toward the end so that we can get most of the stuff in.
Like, we don't really have to, we don't
No,
have
we have to do the whole thing.
like,
but-
you're almost better off, almost not, well, I mean, the whole show. 'Cause I was gonna say, if you just talk about Raw, then you really are dating the show, because by the time he posted it,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
that's-
But
yeah.
you could still kind of throw
Throw some
some,
things
well,
we're dating
yeah.
ourselves already because we were talking about the entire summer.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
whatever.
it's the first one back, but yeah.
Our schedule. Yeah, it's just a weird schedule. I mean, we're gonna
And
be
more
talking about
on the
SmackDown probably
corner
next
of
week.
East 7th Street and
That's
Alamedos
tomorrow
is the
already.
Museum of Latin
Yeah.
American Art.
We'll
A
see. whatever.
non-profit organization that expands the knowledge and appreciation of modern and contemporary Latin American art and is the only museum in the United States that is dedicated to presenting this kind of art. The museum has a permanent collection of more than
Oh, look up
1,600
those,
works of art.
teams.
Until May 12th, they have the exhibition La Huella Múltiple, or the multiple print, which seeks to gather the best graphic works produced by popular and emerging Cuban artists. For more information, you can go to their website at mola.org.
Are we back? Thanks for.
One more.
Programming support for 22 West Radio is provided by Turkish Airlines. With 307 destinations worldwide, Turkish Airlines flies to 124 countries and offers daily non-stop flights from Los Angeles to Istanbul and
You're
beyond.
not even wearing your
For more information, visit turkishairlines.com. Widen your world.
And we're back with Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
Rob.
Got it in real quick.
Yeah, I did.
We can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, where we post predictions, videos of every episode, as well as any additional content, minute little posters I like to make for every season that we have, or whatever comes up. And just anything I feel like posting, pretty much. I feel like it. I'm mainly the one that does the Facebook stuff, aside from Rob posting the videos. You can also follow us on Twitter at RealBTR Radio. I believe I've been saying that the entire time. I think
Real
that's-
BTR radio. Yeah,
that sounds
that's
right.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
okay.
Not
Make
the
sure.
one with the plain t-shirt.
No. The one with the gold lettering. I might change that actually. I don't even like it, but we'll see. But yeah, the gold lettering, and it says Beyond the Ropes on it. Follow us there. You can follow us individually. You can follow me at EthanNB95. You can follow Rob at,
Rob Flores Media.
and you can follow James at,
JHW reporter.
and you can find us on YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes, and you'll find over 80 episodes. I believe, 88 episodes to be exact, around there. Give or take. I don't know if some of them are missing or not. I think they're all on there, right?
Yeah, they're all in there.
They should be. So, as we were talking about, as James mentioned, I was on the freeway
Yes, you were.
this was actually Saturday. It's on the freeway. I don't remember the freeway because I don't drive, so
Yeah.
I don't need to really remember it.
I drive, and I don't even remember the freeways either.
Yeah, it was one coming back, passing downtown LA, so I think it was like the 5 or the 10 or something.
He was on the freeway.
I was on the freeway. It doesn't matter. If you're not from California, it doesn't matter. If you're not from Southern California, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I saw this billboard flashing. The LA Wildcats.
Boo!
The LA Wildcats. That's
Uh-huh.
our team for the XFL,
Mm-mm.
ladies and gentlemen. That is coming, winter, fall, spring,
Yeah,
spring 2020?
That sounds about
A
right.
little-
It'd be the off season of football. Yeah, so you're looking
Right
at
after
sometime
NFL.
after February because Super Bowl's always in
March.
February. So
Yeah, it's in March. The XFL is making its comeback. We talked about it when it was announced, last year, I think Rob and I did, and we talked about it with James coming along. I know, we had some brief discussions on
Mhm.
the air. And we officially got the team names last week, I believe. So, yeah, it was last week. And, yeah, we already saw some promotion for the LA Wildcats. Let me go over a few of the teams. We're going to spend a little bit of time here because the XFL was kind of a co-WWE thing in the old days.
Yeah.
And with this new revival, it's going to be separate, but it's still owned by chairman of WWE, Vince McMahon. So there's obviously going to be some correlation there, and WWE is still promoting the XFL on their social media. So
and I think Vince McMahon just had a birthday.
that's right. He turns
He's like pushing
70.
80.
No, he turned 74.
No, I mean he's pushing. He's not.
I mean, well,
80,
he's
but-
gonna be, yeah.
But he's getting up there. So, anyways, back
He's
to
still
that.
working so much.
Do you think he's got one more match in him?
No, he's done.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
I
who
wouldn't put
knows?
it past him.
The Dallas Renegades. That looks like a cowboy with that
Mhm.
kind of bandana. That looks
Yeah.
pretty cool. I like
That's-
that.
Now that I think about it, that's kind of meh because the Dallas Cowboys, and then you're kind of playing off that.
I like it actually. It's not bad. The Houston Roughnecks. I don't know what Roughnecks are. I hate the logo. It's what is this? What do you call this? I forgot what you call that. It's like a. It's like an antenna.
It's
almost like an antenna.
It's actually almost kind of playing off the Houston Oilers. I believe
Yeah.
they're the Houston Oilers logo. So yeah, it's almost kind of playing off of that, and it has the H
The
there
H in there.
in there. So.
We've got the New York Guardians, which has like a lion and the main.
Right.
I don't know
See,
if Rob's seen them yet.
So just with the first 4 that you've mentioned, including the LA one.
I'm gonna say that until the end. Because we gotta.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm behind all of those as
Okay.
far as I'm behind the 3 that are not so not including the LA one. The first 3 you mentioned, I'm behind because those mascots are unique, and they aren't
Yeah.
named after they're
They're different.
they're different.
Alright.
I can get behind that.
Next up, probably my favorite, the St. Louis Battlehawks.
I can get behind that.
I like the name Battlehawks, and the logo is pretty cool. It's a sword with some wings.
And
Not bad.
And I've never seen a battle hawk before.
I don't know what a Battlehawk
so
is. Is that a real bird? I don't think that's a real bird.
It is now.
They just made it up. That's
Yeah.
fine with me. Seattle Dragons. Kind of like a basic dragon.
Yeah,
but alright.
it's different still. There's not too many dragon mascots out
No.
there.
The Tampa Bay Vipers is kind of like a V, but it looks like a viper. That's gonna be Randy Orton's favorite team.
Randy Orton's favorite team.
Or actually, it could be the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Yeah, because he's from
Tampa.
St. Louis. Yeah.
And then the DC Defenders.
Not bad either.
I'm
But
not hating it, but that logo reminds me, as we talked about
Let me
it on
see
Twitter,
the logo again.
it looks like a soccer thing.
Yeah, that one. I didn't get the logo. I mean, it's a
Soccer.
defender. It's playing off of a shield. I get it. But
Yeah.
me.
So, the LA Wildcats.
Basic.
Our logo is just the LA with
Yeah.
some font.
Yeah.
Let me see it. And the Wildcats. We're the High School Musical team.
Right.
They're the Wildcats.
It's the only
Don't get me wrong, I like high school musical, but it's the
It's-
only one that
doesn't have some sort of
some sort of original logo. It's just got the
and
LA.
creativity.
It's got the letters.
You
to it.
couldn't even get a stock
Get a lion,
art of
get
a
a mountain
wildcat.
lion, whatever it is.
The thing is, I cover high school football. I cover high school sports.
Mhm.
I've seen there's too many Wildcat teams. There's too many
I agree.
Lions, and they all kind of play off the NFL teams. There's Vikings, there's Eagles, there's Seahawks, yada yada.
Yeah.
All of those are rather unique,
Mhm.
except for LA.
No, I agree.
You can't come to LA and be basic.
That's apparently what we are.
So I'm already saying right off the bat, if the season does go from beginning to end without closing down like the AAF or AAFF, whatever it was, I think LA starts with a losing record. Just based off the logo alone, I think they took an L in the first season. They don't even have players yet. L. First season.
Yeah.
I'm
I
calling
don't
it.
know. I want to go to a game.
That's
I wanna see
my
how-
bold
I've
prediction.
never been to a proper football game, so I want to go to a next football game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like it would be interesting.
I would go to
It's
it.
gonna be at StubHub Center, so.
Yeah, that's true. Because the Chargers will be moving out. They'll be in the new
They got the
stadium
new
by
stadium.
then. Yeah.
Speaking of that new stadium, perfect transition.
There you go. I did it on purpose. There, Ethan.
I'm sure you did.
Kinda.
No, you did not.
Not
But
really.
that's alright. WrestleMania might be coming to LA very soon.
I knew there was a potential. I almost kind of thought it was booked already, but apparently not.
Whenever there's a new stadium, it's kind of like
It's
almost
a
a
given.
given.
It is almost a given.
WrestleMania is apparently in the running for WrestleMania 37 in LA. I believe it's 37. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about. How many? What WrestleMania are we on now?
The next one's 36. So.
Oh, okay, so
right,
we go-
right. As
we-
soon as it
oh.
opens, it's gonna be.
So
maybe the
we
first-
will know by this year's WrestleMania
If-
because there will be a commercial
Actually,
teasing.
before then, because lately they've
They
been
do
doing
the
press conferences a couple weeks
Hmm.
ahead of time. So we will know by February, March, around that time, if LA's gonna get it. So hopefully that'd be interesting. I've been to one WrestleMania 31.
You went? Wait, which one was that?
31 in up north, Santa Clara.
Oh, okay.
When Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and won that Universal title or WWE
Well,
title
Brock, yeah.
over Brock and Reigns.
And
So,
remember, yeah, okay.
yeah,
I
it was a
didn't know
fun.
that.
It was a good one.
Was Undertaker in that one? Or?
Yes, he came back after the streak. That was a year after he lost.
That was-
Brock, and he came back to face Bray Wyatt.
That was the outdoor one, right?
That was the outdoor
I was
setting.
hesitant about that.
Yeah, our
And you
view-
didn't see for part of it, or what? What was the view?
The view was we were obstructed by the
Ooh,
giant pillar
yeah.
that they have because they're covering the ring because it's an open stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully this new stadium has a cover on it. So
Okay, so could we talk about the pillar for a minute? So you didn't really see any action in the ring,
kind of from a certain view, yeah, it was tough.
and they did nothing. Did you guys complain?
Not really. No, I mean we probably should have. Maybe we. It seemed like a field,
Right.
so it's not like we could have gotten better
Well,
seats.
just because I've heard at
I've heard that before
at
too.
concerts and stuff, they say, well, if you don't like your seat, you can move.
Yeah, the
They
thing
can move
is,
you, but
it seems like,
it's almost like too much trouble to.
and it seemed pretty packed. I think it was
Right,
sold
right,
out,
right.
so it's not like we could have gotten anything better. But I mean, it was a fun experience, nonetheless.
That's, yeah, the vibe and the people alone. I'm
NXT
sure.
NXT had its first unofficial takeover. It wasn't filmed. It was just like a house show, but it felt like a takeover.
Wait,
Finn Balor went demon.
wait. They had an NXT taping,
No, it wasn't.
or they had an
It was like a
NXT
dark
show
show.
at WrestleMania.
No, the weekend, the Friday
Oh,
before.
I was gonna say, Jesus, that was like a 10-hour day.
No, it was the
But
Friday
okay,
before.
I got worried.
This
So you
was-
went to that too?
And then Access, I met Dolph Ziggler.
Wait, was that a
Good
separate
deal.
purchase or?
Yeah.
Yeah, separate ticket.
Everything's separate. Yeah. I mean, unless you get the package, I guess, but we didn't do that.
Speaking of Dolph, and you kind of mentioned, and you mentioned this a little earlier when you talked about Goldberg. What did you think of that match? I mean, did you kind of know when you hear the match that Ziggler's gonna lose?
Oh, it's total squash. Unless the total surprise of they're gonna do something with Dolph, but it was total squash. And Dolph got into something interesting tonight on Raw. I don't know if we want to talk about
Yeah,
that.
tell us. What did
There was a huge tag team turmoil match tonight. Like, I think the biggest ever. It was like 6 or 7 teams. And Dolph has an interesting teammate. You guys want to predict?
It's not Drew McIntyre.
No.
It's not Hornswoggle.
I don't even know.
Is it
who's on
R-Truth?
the roster?
Is it R-Truth?
Rey Mysterio?
No.
And you said you're looking at who?
I'm looking at Rob.
'Cause
Is
this
it
one of-
R-Truth?
No,
No.
I said that.
Oh, Shane?
No.
Oh,
Who are your other
in that
favorites?
case, they're not that big.
No, he's.
Is this someone
big.
returning?
No.
Is it the Big Show?
No. All right.
No, wait.
I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Rob for a reason.
Rude?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Where's Bobby Roode been?
Robert Roode has.
Robert Roode. Is
yeah,
he still got the
Robert-
mustache?
No.
Is it gone?
Hold on. It was gone for a while because he grew out a beard, but.
But
No, it
that's
says beard.
that-
It's beard.
Oh.
He lost the mustache. It lasted like 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that they never went through with that push, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, their team.
That's kind of interesting.
You guys want to know the results?
Yeah.
They won.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
Wait,
they're-
this
for
was
you
for a
to-
belt? Or like
They're
the
gonna
belts?
compete for
Oh.
the tag titles at Clash of Champions. And this is just a
It's
last
kind
minute
of
team.
random.
It's random, so I'm like,
But they could cut a good promo together.
I know, and it could be something good for them. I mean, Dolph's gimmick the last few months has kind of been, I'm the best thing going, and he kind of fails at it.
The
So-
one thing about Ziggler that's kind of interesting is that they say he's really good in the ring. He's almost like Shawn Michaels, except he can't talk. Which is funny.
That's not true at all.
I think he could talk
I agree.
a little bit. I think he may have had a promo or two recently that was kind of a repeat of what he had said the week prior. But, I mean, the man does
He's done a good
stand-up
job.
comedy. I mean, he does stand-up comedy. I mean,
His last couple of promos
he
have
has to
been
be good on the mic.
have been really well put together. You can tell he's putting in the effort. I think he's good promo. I think he does well, and it's interesting because Robert Roode really hasn't been doing anything besides
And to-
chasing the 24/7 title.
The comeback in the...
But I mean, look at that! Just like that, he's in a tag team now, and they're gonna compete for those tag titles. I'm assuming against Braun and Seth, and if there's turmoil between those two, it looks like we might be seeing potential new tag champions.
it makes...
I'm for it.
Yeah, that's true.
This is for what brand again?
It was for the Raw brand. So the Raw tag team titles.
It does make you wonder how much of an influence Heyman has on that.
I mean, if he is getting everything, or at least most things that he wants,
Yeah.
because I know Vince does have to approve everything, it's good, because at least some guys are
Who else is in
getting
that match?
opportunity. In the turmoil?
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. Sasha Banks is on my feed. Something happened with her.
Yeah, well, we can
okay.
go back to that.
Heavy Machinery,
Okay.
The Revival, the B Team, the OC, Lucha House Party, Rude and Dolph, Viking Raiders, and Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. So 8 teams were in that match. Jeez, how long was that match? Must have been the whole hour.
So there's no one in there that really...
They have a stacked tag division. It's a matter of them actually using the tag division. That's kind of the biggest thing they've done with the tag division in a while.
And so the OC didn't even win that match, huh?
No, I guess they're out of the tag
I mean,
title picture right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
I mean, they just signed new contracts, so it's not like they're going anywhere.
They're
they're stuck for 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, they're getting paid, so, and they're still involved with a big feud, I guess, with AJ. So good for them. Yeah, it's
Sasha
interesting.
Banks. Do we know what
don't
she
know what
said? Because she was supposed to open the show.
She
What
said, I did retweet some things. I don't know if it's. Let me look it up real quick. See what we got here. Sasha Banks kicked off the show. I will say that.
Okay, so that did happen.
Mhm.
Okay, that was kind of expected to happen.
Did I not retweet it? I don't think I retweeted
Just
it.
go to WWE.
Good luck. They're all their tweets. There's like 300 tweets from there. Let me look all the way back an hour. Trying to scroll back another hour. Trying to kill time here. I went too far now. Let's see. Well, it was Bailey and Nikki Cross was supposed to happen tonight. I don't know the results yet. I don't know if it happened or not, but I'm not gonna spoil that yet. Yeah, they don't say. They didn't really say. I think Bleacher Report or one of those sites shared it. I couldn't find it. She essentially says she was in a useless tag team match at WrestleMania when she should have been in the main event.
because that was
was the one-
Becky and Ronda.
Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte. Yeah,
Okay.
she mentioned that, so I know that for sure was said.
Wow.
So, yeah, she went full heel.
I mean, yeah, to say that. I mean,
And that she did throw a fit. So that was kind of the rumor that she threw a fit. But the reasoning for throwing the fit, I guess, was I don't know the exact thing.
I mean, but even if you're admitting you, because she says that she threw a fit doesn't mean she
could
really
just be,
did.
She could be
Just
going
capitalizing on
right,
that thing.
capitalizing on the rumors that were going on and such. So, yeah, that's what happened with Sasha.
Okay, so not. I mean,
I haven't
that's
heard
interesting.
anything else. That was the most interesting thing that I found that was said. Let's see what else we can discuss.
Wait, so who's Sasha gonna have a match with? Is it still Natalia? Because
I believe they're having a match tonight, and I know she was feuding with Becky. Like Becky.
Oh,
came to
that's
help
right.
her.
That's right.
So-
She has been going with Becky a little bit.
So I think they're gonna have a match at Clash of Champions for the title. So we'll see. We'll see what
Okay.
goes on there.
Do you want to run down the AEW card for this weekend?
That's right. We do have time now, so,
So if, that way, if
let me.
if you make predictions, I have.
Yeah, we
I
can.
have some of these guys.
We can predict it right here.
So have you been following it? What has the storylines been like for AEW? Are they doing? Are they still doing that Bullet Club YouTube show, or how are they telling? How are they telling storylines?
They're doing being the elite. Yeah, they're still doing that.
Is that how they're getting the storylines across, though?
Yeah, I guess so. And they'll occasionally post like a video or something of just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
promos or something.
On the AEW account.
Right. I haven't really
Alright.
followed as
That
much. I know some basic stuff.
Yeah.
And I've watched some of their shows because they will appear. I've watched like at least the pre-shows because they have them on. Like TNT
Oh really?
has put up the pre-show
Oh.
for the last show.
Uh-huh.
So
They'll probably do it
they're
again
trying.
this week.
They're trying to do promotions or whatever for before they get on the air. So
It's kind of interesting that TNT got back into the wrestling business,
yeah, it's very
especially with
interesting.
Ted Turner and the way it ended and all that other stuff.
All right, so these are the matches. I guess 2 matches are on the pre-show as of right now. So this is as of right now, Monday. These are the matches that have been announced. Private Party, a tag team,
Mm-hmm.
will take on Angelico and Jack Evans. I know Angelico and Jack Evans have both been on Lucha Underground, and they have been a team in Mexico as well. Private Party is an up-and-coming tag team. They've appeared on some AEW, some of their shows
Mhm.
recently as well. So, and they seem to be over as well. So, I think they're the good guys. So, Angelico and Jack Evans are the heels, and it's a tag team match.
Mhm.
So, do you guys want to predict on? It's kind of blind predictions.
Yeah,
But
we'll go with the baby faces on that.
you want to go with Private Party on that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Evans has been known for so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not
So what do you
familiar
got?
with him.
Who do you got?
Pick one. Pick one.
Evans.
Evans and Angelico. All right, I'm going with Private Party. I think they're getting push from what I've seen or
Okay.
heard. I've also been listening to some Jim Cornette.
What is Jim? What do you know? What has Jim Cornette been saying lately? Because he's been trending and saying some stuff. And who did he called someone ugly the other day?
I've just been watching. I only listen to the AEW review stuff because what he says is just
He's just
outrageous.
he's
I mean,
crapping on it, right?
some of it I agree with. No, he'll compliment certain things.
Oh, okay.
He will say like he's very behind Cody.
Yeah,
Cody's
yeah.
booking. He's not a fan of the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega at
That's
all.
right. That's right.
And he talked to Tony Khan, who was the president
Yeah,
of AEW,
right.
and he was looking forward to the product until he heard that Omega and the Bucks, and as soon he keeps mentioning that. As soon as I heard that they were involved, it's like I gave up on that product. But he has been watching the pay-per-views and been reviewing them on the show, and he will admit when he likes things and when he doesn't, and when he doesn't, he'll lay it in for sure.
Right.
But yeah. I try not to listen to too much of him because he was
He's
got
trending.
some strong opinions.
He was trending the other day because he called somebody ugly.
He's not a fan of Joey Ryan or
Right.
Joey Janela, or as he calls him, Jelly Janela.
I mean, I'm not surprised by any of that, just because those guys are so out of the box, trying to carve their
He's
own
not a fan
little.
of Orange Cassidy. If you know who
His
that is.
name sounds familiar.
He essentially.
Oh, is
he
that the little
puts-
dude?
No, it's Marco Stunt.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Marcus.
Yeah.
Actually, but he calls
Okay.
him like a kid or child, which is he's actually a good wrestler, but whatever. He calls Orange. He's the one that wrestles with his hands in his pockets, and it's kind of silly.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Just look up something like he it's ridiculous, and he kicks like they're soft kicks, and people sell them like they really hurt.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so you know,
He's
Cornette
playing
hates it.
off
He
the.
calls them pockets. He calls them his little dog pockets. It's ridiculous. I mainly listen just to laugh. But,
Jim Cornette's a character.
he's definitely a character. Next up, we got the 21-woman casino battle royal, where the winner will receive a match for the inaugural AEW Women's World Championship, scheduled for the premiere October 2nd AEW on TNT broadcast.
Sounds Money in the Bankish, but
It's a battle royal. Essentially, they had a men's one at Double or Nothing. So they come out in groups. I think they start out with 4 guys, and then another 4 guys come out, and then another 4. So I think they're doing it with the women now. I don't know who's in it, so
what was the result of that men's one? Do you know? Like, did
I saw it.
someone get a title shot? because
Hangman
of that?
Page.
Okay.
That was for the AEW number 1 contenders world title. To earn that.
Yeah.
So Hangman Page won that. He was like the biggest name, so obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know who's in this one, so I mean we can't. I think Britt Baker is in it. She's Adam Cole's.
I think that's who Cornette said. No.
No.
Cornette was talking about the woman on Impact.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The buff one.
I
She's
forget her
strong.
name. I know who you're talking about. I forget
Yeah.
her name. Yeah, he's been going at it on Twitter. Yeah, I'm gonna say Britt Baker. She seems to
Sounds
be.
familiar. Yeah.
She's Adam Cole's fiance or girlfriend, at least.
Okay.
And I know they've kind of pushed her a little bit.
Mhm.
I think Awesome Kong might be in that match.
I hear Brandy's a big fan of her.
Yeah.
Of who?
Of
Kong.
Kong, yeah.
Oh,
And I don't know anyone
Yeah.
else really. So I'm
And
still
Brandy's been wrestling a little too, right?
a little bit, but
Not a whole
from
lot,
what I
not in
hear,
a match.
she should.
I think Kong would dominate
Oh, really?
the
stick
fight for
to
sure.
just being an executive or whatever. Anyways, let's move on to another. I'm assuming a women's match again. I don't know either of these two.
Mhm.
They've had like every show they've had like a Japanese match.
Yeah.
So it's Rio versus Hikari Shida.
Mhm.
And you guys want to predict?
I'll go with the second one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go with Rio. I guess I'll just go off.
Robert's like, yeah.
This is a 3-way match. Darby Allin versus Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc. So Jimmy Havoc is
Havoc's still around?
I've heard of those last two.
Jimmy Havoc
bit.
is a British wrestler. I don't know if you're.
Oh, okay. I thought it
It's a
was
different
that.
guy.
I was thinking
I think you're
about
getting
the
it-
Rock and Rave.
No, it was a
one
different
and all
guy.
that.
There's a British. They're all like hardcore wrestlers, so this I think might be a hardcore match. Joey Janela's been.
He's coming off an injury, no?
Who is?
Joey Janela. Because he missed his own little spring break event, I think. Because he got hurt. He was out for like
He wrestled
close to a
against
year.
Moxley at the last show, so he's.
So he might have been back for a while.
He
If it's
might, I
the
think
same
yeah,
guy,
he's
I'm
been
thinking of-
yeah he's been back.
I'll go with Janela.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Janela. Who do you got? Darby Allin, Janela, or Havoc? Darby Allin
Yeah,
faced
he's
Cody in the last show. He
Uh-huh.
lost. He lost.
Oh, yeah. He needs
I think he lost to him.
some
or was it-
redemption.
Yeah.
He probably lost, but
It might have been like a time limit thing, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
He's gonna redeem himself.
So you got Darby Allin.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with Janela as well. Next up, the singles match between Cody versus Shawn Spears with Tully Blanchard in his corner.
Tully helps win.
Huh.
Has Cody won all of his matches?
Yes, Cody won at
He
All
beat
In.
Goldust.
At All In last year, he beat.
Dustin.
He won the NWA title against
What's his name? Magnus.
Magnus. At Double or Nothing, he beat his brother, and then at Fighter Fest, I think that's when he faced Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, that was Fight for the Fallen. He beat Darby Allin, or it was
How many
Tyler.
pay-per-views have they had already?
3 or 4. Well, technically 3 since AEW was announced. All In was not AEW yet.
See, and I
Oh,
feel he'll
right,
get a
right,
lot
right.
of criticism if he doesn't take an L.
Well, that's what I was saying. He's always.
Yeah, I'm going with Shawn Spears on this one. He's playing the real heel type of thing, so I'm going with Spears.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Cody's got to take it out at some point. I can kind of see it making for a good little story, maybe coming into the first show for AEW. So
Totally taking shots at Dusty in a promo would be really something.
I would go with Cody losing this one.
Okay, so we all agree on Spears picking up that victory. Alright, so this match is not on the Wikipedia page, but it was announced earlier. SCU, Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and Scorpio Sky, SoCal's very own, will take on the team of Marco Stunt, who just mentioned, Luchasaurus, who has...
It's not Brodus Clay, right?
No, it's Dinosaur Mask, very tall guy.
Never heard of him.
He's competed in Lucha Underground and in AAA in Mexico. And Jungle Boy, who is...
Sounds familiar.
He's the son of Matthew...
That's right.
Luke Perry.
Luke Perry, yeah.
Yeah, who recently passed away.
Right.
But yeah, so they're a team.
Sounds like a mismatch. I don't know.
They've kind of been associated with the Ultimate.
Okay.
I think at the last show they came out together and Marco was like their manager or whatever because they had a tag match against SCU actually.
So what's the background of this stunt guy? Where does he come from?
He's
Because I saw like there was a battle royal and Billy Gunn like threw him out. I think
he's been at almost every show. I think except one. So he's been appearing. He's just like
just a guy,
just a good wrestler. I mean, he's very small. He's like 5'2".
Is he?
He's had a number of hardcore matches, but he's not like relying on
right.
matches. But he's a good worker, and for his size, I think the reason he's kind of popular is because he's very small. But
he's not Hornswoggle.
No, he's taller than Hornswoggle.
No, I mean, but like he doesn't just do funny haha spots.
No, he's an actual wrestler,
and
he could do stuff.
You think I could take him?
Probably. He's a trainer.
That's okay. That's fine. Guy. I was just happy at the fact that he looked me in the eye when you answered that.
I think so.
I appreciate that.
I don't know. I mean,
that's okay. I was just looking for a reaction.
But yeah, that was off guard. But that's all right. Yeah. So before we hit commercial break, because we got to hit one right now. What do we got for that?
Give me stunt. Why not?
Okay. Cool. Stunts, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus versus SCU.
Oh, Frankie Kazarian's team.
Okay, SCU.
Yeah.
I'll go with Stunts team. I guess I don't think they have a team name yet.
I just feel like you gotta have a funny haha team win something.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're gonna hit a quick commercial break. When we return, we will continue our predictions for AEW's All Out event.
He looked me dead in the eye and said,
"You are listening
to
I
was like,
I don't know.
Thank you.
I mean,
I thought you were gonna say hell no or something. I was like, all right, shit, I'll take that.
Tired of the same old thing? At Subway, you could try a different sub sandwich
Now
every day
Subway.
with the Subway Sub of the Day meal.
I had Subway last week.
Visit Subway in the USU today.
What? What, you got something new or what? Like
no, I got
normal?
what I normally got.
Every day, 40 kids are diagnosed with cancer in the U.S., and only 3 new treatments have been FDA approved since the 1970s. Wow, 30 years! That's where with purpose.
You got like plain. I would get like turkey breast with cheese and lettuce.
Making sure kids with
And then
cancer
I try to
have
be
access
adventurous.
to
I got
safe
like,
and effective
I do that
treatment
chicken patty
options. We need more
with bacon.
treatments for
That's not
kids.
bad.
They should have the chance to live the life they were given. For more information, visit
they got a little webcam on there now.
facebook.com/withpurposelb.
That's right, I'm snapping in next time.
Oh, so you knew that or no?
No,
You listen to music every day, but do you really know the hard work that goes into producing an album, decisions the artist has to make, or why music from over 50 years ago is still influencing today's hits? Tune into The Nightfly on Tuesday evenings to learn more about music history, classic albums, and to hear exactly what goes into the music you know and love. The show is hosted by me, Isaac, and I'll delve into music both classic and modern, from a range of styles and genres, focusing on the hidden history of these influential recordings. Join me on Tuesday nights at 7 with The Nightfly.
Are you signed up or you just...
Well, now I'm part of 22 West Media in general, so Really gotta prove it.
New music discovery.
I gotta find
Local
out when
bands.
I
Local shows.
DIY
show
with Side
Side
Fridays.
Fridays.
Tune in every Friday at
See
3
what
p.m. to catch
TV
us there
show's
in the
gonna
air.
be.
Your host, Angie.
And
I'm
Gary
trying to get
invites
into that
LA-based
acting.
musicians every single week
Trying to get
to
serious
chat
about
and
it.
jam.
Listen in for truly indie sounds.
And your future favorites, only on 22 West Radio.
And we're back with Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And you can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes.
Give us a like. It'll put Heath Slater's kids through college.
One can only hope. We're also on YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes. You'll find over 80 episodes uploaded to Rob's YouTube channel, Rob Flores or Rob Flores Media. Look it up. Follow us on Twitter at RealBTR at EthanNB95.
At GHW Reporter.
Rob Flores Media.
And we are back with some all-out predictions. All Out, AEW's last pay-per-view before their debut on TNT. I believe it's the last one. We'll find out. I think it is, because we only have a month left, so.
What have they been doing them every month now?
They've been doing them every other month, maybe.
It seems like
This is
it's
their
gone
fourth.
fast.
This is their fourth one since the announcement in January. Yeah. So, we've got a few more matches to get through. The Lucha Brothers of Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix will defend their AAA tag team titles in a ladder match, I'm assuming, against the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson.
Young
Yes.
Bucks lose.
Yeah, they're gonna lose. You got Rob.
Yeah, they'll lose.
At what point do you think, if they don't already have championships, do they have a world championship?
We're gonna find out the world title.
Yeah, aren't they
Sure.
doing tournaments for like every belt now?
Not for the world title.
Oh, so
We're gonna find out the world champion this weekend.
So they are coming out with belts, though. It's not like it's
Oh yeah, they're the next match is a perfect segue into that.
I did that on purpose, Ethan.
Of course you did. The next tag team match, the winners will receive a first round bye in the AEW World Tag Team Championship tournament. So they did this last show too.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
I think Private Party won, so they're not in the first round. They go directly to the second round. So the winners of this tag team, it'll be Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, taking on the Dark Order, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
Who's that?
Exactly. Exactly.
Who is that?
I think I've heard of them, but I have not seen any of their work. I've seen
Trent
Chuck.
Beretta.
I've seen Chuck Taylor and Trent before.
Who's Chuck Taylor? Is that somebody I should know, or is that like what is?
According to Cornette, no.
Okay.
Trent Beretta should drop him off. Trent Beretta's good, but yeah. And he's on Twitter, Chuck Taylor, and he says random stuff. I've seen it. I've just seen his stuff scrolling by, and yeah, it's interesting. I guess I'll go with Best Friends.
Okay.
They're the more known team.
That's the Trent Beretta one?
Yeah.
I'll go with that one too.
I think they're just gonna have the nobodies win, just so we know
Dark
who
Order?
are the nobodies.
They're heels, so I'm assuming they might actually win this one. Who knows? But I'll go with Best Friends.
Do we know how big this tournament's supposed to be, or was it because the first
I don't
round
know how
bye
many
doesn't? A first round bye doesn't sound
Does
like
that
it's
mean the
much.
Young Bucks can't be in it?
I'm sure they'll be in it.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be in it. I'm sure they'll probably.
I have no idea how many teams they have. The next one was originally supposed to be John Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose, taking on Kenny Omega. However, they've been setting this up since Double or Nothing when Moxley made his debut. He attacked Omega at the end of the night. Omega attacked Moxley at the end of his main event match at the last show, which was Fight for the Fallen, I believe. And so they've been setting this up. However, unfortunately, due to an elbow injury that he had to have surgery on, the pre-existing one that he had in WWE, actually, same elbow.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like an infection. He said he is not supposed to have any issues after when he has the surgery. So
yeah, because I was gonna ask you if there was a match or something in which he got hurt, because I know he's been working at other.
He's currently New
spots,
Japan's United States champion. He's their champion right now.
Is
so.
that the one Jericho won?
No, he won the Intercontinental.
Okay.
Yeah. So Moxley's kind of doing double duty right now, but
Pac isn't actually under contract, right?
Pac,
I believe so.
I believe he was. He was announced at the original press conference
because he was
what they
supposed to
had.
have a match.
He had a belt.
He was supposed to have a match at Double or Nothing. It didn't happen because he didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
Because he was a
Right.
champion.
Was that against Hangman?
That was against Hangman, and that fell through. That's why Hangman had to enter the Battle Royal. Because that was supposed to be a number one contenders for the world title.
Right.
And obviously, Pac was supposed to lose. He didn't want to lose, so
Okay,
that's why it didn't
well-
happen. So now he's back in the fold. I'm assuming he's under contract.
Well, part of me was gonna say, well, now he wants to lose all of a sudden, but
Well, as long as he didn't want to lose because
He
he
didn't
was
wanna-
a champion for a different promotion, and he didn't want the as a champion. He didn't want to lose.
okay, so did he lose the championship?
I'm assuming he did. Omega's going over here
Yeah, I mean,
because he's got to face Moxley at the next event or wherever
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have their match.
I think maybe it was just a one-time thing. He's not willing to lose.
No,
well, I think the championship
It was
thing
'cause of the
was
championship
But
thing.
I think when you consider, I mean, I've kind of heard of Hangman Page, but he can walk right past me and I wouldn't know who he is.
Yeah,
But well, Kenny Omega is Kenny Omega, so
he could lose to Kenny
it's
Omega.
one thing if you can tell me I'm losing to Kenny Omega compared to Hangman Page. Not
Yeah.
that I've ever watched a Hangman Page match, and he could be great.
He's a good wrestler, but he's still up and coming. Omega is obviously considered one of the better wrestlers in the world.
Didn't what's his name just sign a contract recently? RJF or what is it?
MJF.
MJF.
MJF is a part of AEW as well.
I
Apparently he
think-
doesn't have a match on this show,
Yeah,
even though he's had one.
I saw a video where he like signed a contract or something. so
Yeah,
I thought
Cornette's a
maybe
big
it
fan
was-
of him.
Is he?
He's his favorite wrestler in the world.
Oh really? Because I know he's a
He-
little smug. I heard him on Austin's
He's-
podcast.
Yeah, he's a real heel, I guess.
He plays like the rich boy.
He is in MLW as well. I don't know if he's continuing to work
Okay.
for, and I know Cornette does commentary for MLW. So, yeah. Main event time. We got less than 5 minutes, so just in time. Adam Page versus Chris Jericho. This match will determine the inaugural AEW World Champion. Jericho's winning this.
This is Jericho and Hangman.
Mm-hmm. Jericho is winning this because
know
they
what?
need a champion. On
With
the-
some like a
They need a champion on the first episode of AEW
Yeah.
on TNT.
yeah.
Recognizable face that's gonna get people to watch. Adam Page could chase it.
But I think that could also be the downfall. I think that could be the reason why Hangman wins.
It could
because you can have a fresh face, build him as your own, kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
this is our champion. He beat the former undisputed
champion.
a guy with credibility. So I can see that. And if you wanted to make up for the fact that they had Hangman potentially winning against Pac, and that match didn't go through, whatever, I could see this being
Could be.
maybe not a reward, but I can kind of see it working out.
I
in
wouldn't be
his favor.
surprised if this happened.
Yeah.
I just feel Jericho is just.
I could see your point on that too, but I just think. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised either way. I'll put it like that.
I
I
think
can see both sides.
I think Hangman will win just because of fresh face with
Yeah.
a new company. And you know what? Before Rob makes his pick, I think it's also a good thing that we're not seeing Cody or one of the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega in this spot.
Oh, for sure. But
No.
one of them will eventually.
Oh, well, of course. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They'll be the second champion.
Omega probably. I think he's. Yeah, I feel like Omega.
All right, Rob. Who do you got?
What do you have?
Yeah, Jericho's willing to do things for business to build up the star and let them go over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
So,
I think
he
it's
said I
honestly
was
more.
right.
Yeah,
He said I was right.
it's honestly probably the more likely one, but I still feel Jericho. But he'll lose it right away though. He does.
I mean, I can see that too. I can see Jericho winning and going on the first episode and losing.
They need something big, especially now they have competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to wrap up the show.
I gotta get used to this new time. Don't forget we're on at a new time.
Is there a show happening at 8 o'clock? We're a couple minutes ahead. So we should just wrap it up like right now, just in case there is. So thank you everyone for tuning in on the season 6 premiere, chapter 6 of Beyond the Ropes.
2-hour special.
2-hour special, comeback, season premiere. Once again, I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And officially we can say this episode has been to Sweet.
And we'll see you next week.
No.
No.
We won't.